It's time now for high school baseball from your hometown station, 85.3 WKLM.
Inside the Dugout is being brought to you on WKLM by Holmes Siding Contractors.
Alongside West Holmes head baseball coach Wyatt Miller coming off a 10-0 Mercy win on 6 innings over a very good Garabrandt team last night. A no-hitter thrown by Manny Camacho. And, well, you can't do much better than that, can you, Wyatt?
Yeah, we got to feel pretty good about having Manny Camacho on the mound when we do. He's done a great job all year. He did exactly what he's supposed to yesterday, just went out and went right after guys and pretty much dominated the whole game. We got to feel good about that moving into tournament time. You know, he's going to be our big arm, you know, come tournament time, and having an outing like that to end the season for him is a huge plus, and it's moving in the right direction.
Great to see that. Great to see the bats get going as well last night.
Yeah, absolutely. 9 hits, and we had some hits from guys that, you know, are new kind of in our lineup. You know, we've talked about it. We have kind of a new lineup, new team, and when you got guys in the bottom half of the lineup stepping in there and just putting the ball in play. You know, it's not about having those, we want the hard line drives and in the gaps and everything else, but, you know, your job is put the ball in play, make them make a play, put the pressure on the defense, and that's what we did well yesterday, and obviously it came out on our end.
Tournament drawings, of course, this past Sunday. You, of course, get the 4 seed. You'll face Indian Valley coming up on Tuesday here. Your thoughts there on the upcoming bracket in the district for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it fell exactly how we wanted it to. You know, obviously with us being the 4 seed, them being the 3 seed, we jumped right on top of them. The reason we did that is because we have a guy like Manny. You know, we have a guy like Morgan right behind him. So we know we have the pitching to be able to beat a really good team and be able to take advantage of that. And the nice thing is about it is we got to go to Indian Valley for the first one. But let's say we get that win, we come back to our place on the 28th. And we play a 7 or a 13th seed. So it really sets up nice for us. Looks like maybe towards the end we're going to see maybe a Carrollton Cambridge, who we've seen earlier in the year. We beat both those teams. So we feel really good about that East District bracket.
Feel good about that. I feel good about tonight here. Beautiful weather and a battle of Holmes County. Always a fun night.
Absolutely. You know, the field looks great. They got the new turf here, and you just kind of can feel it in the air. You know, 80 degrees, and it's a beautiful day, and we're excited. You know, these guys have had a great year, and we've played a lot of tough competition this year, and this is going to be another one, just like all the rest of them. You know, we got to go out, play our game, and we're just going out to compete, do everything we can to come home with a win.
So not only the fact that you had the county rival, but the fact that it is good competition, it is a good team, also a nice little tune-up before you get the tournaments, right?
Absolutely. You know, this team has seen Indian Valley twice. They beat Indian Valley twice. So we go out here, we compete, and hopefully come home with a win. We're going to feel pretty good about ourselves rolling in against Indian Valley on Tuesday.
Wyatt, thanks for your time.
Appreciate it, Matt.
That's the voice of West Holmes head baseball coach, Wyatt Miller.
Looking to upgrade the exterior of your home? Siding is indeed the best bang for your dollar. Hi, I'm Nevin Mast with Home Siding Contractors. We have the best siding on the market today, and the low maintenance aspect of our siding is what our customers enjoy the most. Provia Siding fits that bill exactly. No frequent painting or staining with wood siding. No routine sealing like stucco. Provia Siding lasts. Check out all we have to offer at our new and improved showroom east of Millersburg, and let our experienced sales team show you how affordable our products can be.
Alongside Highland Hawks head baseball coach Chris Davis coming off that big 11-1 victory on Wednesday to cap off IVC play against Indian Valley. And Chris, how good was it to be able to bounce back here after the loss to them and get that win on Wednesday?
Yeah, that was good to see. Like I said before, we had a good practice the day before, and the guys came out ready, and they wanted to show what they could do. And struggled a little bit first couple innings, made their adjustments, and came out and hit the ball all over the place. So hopefully we can keep that going today.
Never like to lose here, but is there some value to that, get that loss out of the way type of thing before you get to the tournament type of situation?
Yeah, it's kind of exhale and okay, that's over with. Now we just got to move on and do what we can do. And I think the guys took away a lot that they can learn from that game. Don't rather learn from win, but that's okay. That's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, that first goal before you get to the tournament is to get that IVC championship. You get wrapped up once again.
Yeah, that's like you said, that's our first goal of the season, and took care of that. And it's always good to win that league. A lot of tough teams in our division, in the south there, and to be able to get that under the belt, get ready for tournaments now.
Obviously, tournament drawings last weekend, got the top seed as expected. Hear your thoughts on upcoming Division 6 bracket.
Yeah, it's our division is going to be tough. We've got like 3 of the top 10 teams in the league in our division with Toronto and Caldwell on the other side there. Could meet them in the division final. So yeah, it's a tough bracket. We'll kind of sit and wait who we see. We'll play on Monday, but it doesn't really matter. We just got to prepare and play our game.
Meanwhile, of course, tonight you had the Battle of Holmes County. Always a nice night, a fun night here, a competition between the two county schools, and also get to play under the lights here against the county rival.
Yeah, guys are always looking forward to this game. It's always a good crowd and good atmosphere to play a baseball game. Yeah, they're looking forward to it. They always play us tough, and it's a fun game.
What's the biggest thing you're looking for your team here as far as tonight goes, then?
We want to continue hitting the ball, put it in play hard ground balls, line drives, clean defense. Our pitchers throwing a lot of strikes, great monocles on the mound for us tonight.
All right, Chris, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
That's the voice of Highland Hawks baseball coach Chris Dagos.
Inside the Dugout has been brought to you on WKLM by Home Siding Contractors.
Get luxury for every home with Montana Forge hardware at MRV Siding Supply. Montana Forge provides custom luxury for every home and is one of the most affordable luxury brands in the industry, with solid forged brass designer hardware manufactured to the highest standards. Don't forget about beautiful Montana Forge bath hardware available in all Montana Forge finishes. That's MRV Siding Supply in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
MEB Systems, a name that has been around since 1977. It is the area's flat roof specialist. Their mission statement is, serve our team, customers, and community by offering exceptional and innovative flat roofing services, all for the glory of God. MEB Systems has the experience to handle anything from scheduled maintenance to roofing multi-acre facilities protecting valuable equipment and merchandise. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333, or visit them online at MEBsystems.com. MEB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year. That special day is coming when that small child that you've always cared for will officially be all grown up and ready to take on that next phase of their life. When it's time to celebrate that special occasion, let Rody's IGA take care of all your graduation party needs. Their deli and bakery department can customize meat and cheese platters, watermelon boats, relish trays, salads, homemade dips, party buns, and those special graduation picture cakes. Stop in or call ahead at 674-7075 for graduation and Memorial Day. So after the applause, let the party begin at Rody's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg. At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help managing a chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health. In the junior varsity game tonight, Highland defeated West Holmes that game in 5 innings, 13-0. And the junior varsity Hawks for Highland improving the record to an unbeaten 19-0. So another outstanding season for the Highland JV team as well. As far as the varsity guys are concerned, Highland so far 20-1 on the year. Their lone loss, of course, coming earlier this week in that loss back on Monday, a 5-4 loss to Sandy Valley, but came back and got the win over Sandy Valley in mercy fashion on Wednesday, 11-1 in that contest. Again, 20-1 of the year, ranked number 1 in Division 6 are the Highland Hawks as well. And for West Holmes, a record of 10-9 entering this contest for today as well for the West Holmes Knights, as they've had another solid year. Actually, you should see 11-9 overall for West Holmes on the season. Last year, Highland defeated West Holmes 7-3 and that was at West Holmes. And then 2023, Highland a winner over West Holmes 7-1 here at Lehman Field. The last win for West Holmes over Highland was back in the 2022 season. It was a doubleheader that year, and West Holmes won both of them. West Holmes defeated Highland 9-3 and also a win over Highland in that 3-1 in both games of those doubleheader back in that 2022 season. And of course, for West Holmes out of the OCC, where it is Worcester who has clinched at least a share of the OCC title at 10-1. New Philadelphia is in second place at 9-2. They will square off on Saturday tomorrow for the right to determine who is going to be the OCC champ. Of course, for Worcester, if they win tomorrow, they'll be the outright champions. If New Philadelphia wins, they'll have a share of that between Worcester and New Philadelphia for the OCC. After that, West Holmes and Lexington both 7-5 in the conference. Ashland 6-6. Madison 2-10. Mansfield Senior 0-12. In the IBC North Division, Newcomerstown clinched the outright title at 12-0. There was Buckeye Trail and Conotton Valley 8-4. Strasburg 6-6. East Canton 5-7 in the conference. Malvern 3-9, and TCC 0-12. In the IBC South, of course, Highland captured the outright title, going 11-1. And Indian Valley finished up in second place at 9-3. Garaway and Ridgewood tied for third at 6-6, followed by Tuskegee Valley at 4-7, Sandy Valley 3-8, Claymont at 2-10. Of course, West Holmes out of Division 4, and West Holmes took the number 4 seed. They'll be playing at the 3 seed Indian Valley in the Division 4 East 1 District. It's coming up on Tuesday at 5 o'clock, and again, it'll be at Indian Valley. And for Highland, the number 1 seed in the Division 6 East District, and they, of course, have that first round bye. They'll play the winner of 8-seeded Monroe Central and 10-seeded Malvern. That'll be coming up on Wednesday, May 21st, 5 o'clock. That'll be played here at Lehman Field as well. We'll take a break, come back with more on the pregame show next on WKLM.
Time is ticking and your dream home is waiting. This is Ben Hirschberger at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We understand that buying a home can be overwhelming, but with CSB, it's easier than ever. We offer a range of options. Whether you're looking to buy, build, refinance, or improve your home, our mortgage lenders will guide you every step of the way. Visit our website at csb1.com to apply online today and turn your dream into a reality. The Commercial and Savings Bank, where homeownership begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Corey with Burgett Insurance. If you can't remember the last time you've reviewed your insurance policies, you're not alone. Burgett Insurance and Buckeye Insurance Group work together to make sure you are properly covered. Call the friendly, knowledgeable staff of Burgett Insurance at 330-276-3791. We provide service that exceeds expectations and coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and Burgett Insurance, working together to protect you.
Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Holmes sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit ClarkFowlerElectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit WayneDoor.com for a free quote today.
Buckeye Career Center is now accepting full-time adult education applications for next school year. We offer 10 full-time adult programs including cosmetology, aesthetics, dental assisting, HVACR, heavy equipment CDLA operator, law enforcement training academy, medical assisting, medical office support, utility line worker, and welding technology, with nearly all courses completed in only 9 months. Grants and financial aid are available for those who qualify. Don't wait. Take control of your future today. Apply now at BuckeyeCareerCenter.org.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Rheem Pro partner, and you know you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Rheem and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
The secret's out. Thread and Ink in Holmesville is open to take care of your custom apparel, embroidery, and screen printing needs. They offer a storefront with apparel for West Holmes, Highland, and surrounding schools. Whether it's school spirit wear, professional business attire, accessories, or unique custom designs, they deliver excellence in every product. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 till 5. Thread and Ink is located at 8210 County Road 245 in Holmesville. Or call Justine at 330-279-9222. That's Thread and Ink, custom embroidery and screen printing in Holmesville.
At Home Siding Contractors, our mission is to give homeowners a quality product, whether it's our vinyl siding or our energy-efficient replacement windows and doors. Home Siding Contractors is ready to turn your home into one of your biggest energy-saving assets. You'll notice the difference as your home will stay warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Call 888-725-6619 for a in-home estimate or find all of our products at homesiding.com.
Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of two great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin. Shortstop wearing number 2, Brock Gallion. Batting second in center field is the senior number 4, Logan Zollers. Morgan Smith bats third. He's a senior wearing number 12 doing the pitching today. Meanwhile, junior Manny Camacho wears number 20 at first base and is the cleanup hitter. Batting fifth will be Jefferson Yoder doing the catching. He's a senior wearing number 5. Cooper Booth at third base, the number 3 wearing junior, bats sixth. Batting seventh will be sophomore Chris Williams wearing number 8 playing at second base. Colston Tenney in left field wears number 10, bats 8th. He's a junior. And rounding at the bottom of the Knights lineup will be Nate Sprang. The sophomore wears number 7 and will be playing in right field. And on the other side for the Highland Hawks and head coach Chris Degas in his 8th season, they come in with a record of 20-1 on the campaign. They'll line up like this. Leading things off in right field will be number 13, junior Mike Miller. Batting second at third base will be the junior Logan Yoder wearing number 16, while senior Colin Koblentz is in center field batting third and wearing number 7. Grady Monagold is the cleanup hitter. He's the pitcher and designated hitter today. He's a junior wearing number 21. Batting fifth will be Danny Hostetler, the catcher. He's a senior wearing number 24. Batting sixth will be Keith Hirschberger, the shortstop, wearing number 10. He's a senior. While batting seventh will be Luke Hirschberger at first base. The senior wears number 27. Batting eighth will be senior left fielder Cade Beachy wearing number 2, and rounding out the bottom of the lineup will be Caden Kendall at second base. He's a senior wearing number 3.
And today's starting line is brought to you by Holmes Wayne Electric Cooperative. Members of Holmes Wayne Electric save money on their monthly bill by reading their own meters. It's quick and easy. You can pay your bill and submit your meter reading through their mobile application with no fees. On vacation, no problem. Members can schedule their payments. Steve will be back around with more after this on WKLM.
Premier Pharmacy has more ways to serve you. I'm Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and I'm happy to announce that our newest location in Sugar Creek is open and accepting new patients. Our location in downtown Sugar Creek accepts most major insurances and offers the same great service you've come to expect in our Berlin and Millersburg locations, including delivery and vaccination services. Give us a call today at 330-852-5146 and start experiencing the Premier Pharmacy difference. Premier Pharmacy is your local hometown independent pharmacy.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
Taking on a large exterior home project is no small task. When you're looking for the best options in roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Provia products are the clear choice. At Provia, quality is engineered into the product, integrity is never compromised, and local craftsmanship delivers a stunning final result that will last for generations. Our experts at Keim Home Center are here to help you explore the possibilities. Visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Spring into summer with Millersburg Electric's Holiday Mega Sale going on now through June 4th. Savings throughout the store, including the top-rated line of Speed Queen laundry products. Plus, get kitchen package savings of over $2,000 from GE Cafe, or rebates up to $3,000 from KitchenAid. Building or remodeling? Package discounts are available, and Millersburg Electric will keep your appliance package in stock until you are ready for delivery. Get 12 months interest-free financing with approved credit during the Spring into Summer event at Millersburg Electric on State Route 83 or 24/7 at millersburgelectric.com, celebrating 80 years of business.
Other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Viker Sand and Gravel Incorporated has been serving the central Ohio areas of Wayne and Holmes counties since 1935. They're a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
At Millersburg Tire Service, we've been serving and supporting the farming community since 1953. We have over 200 years of combined ag experience to get you the right tires at the right price. Our inventory includes over 1,500 large farm tires and most tires for your implement and commercial needs. With rising prices and market uncertainty, you have the opportunity to take advantage of some of the best deals of the year right now. You can get up to $300 off select Firestone radials until May 31st. Come see us on State Route 39 east of Millersburg or give us a call at 674-1085.
When you're thinking of an old-fashioned smokehouse flavor, think Sugar Valley Meats. They carry their own ham and bacon, and the old-fashioned smokehouse uses hickory, apple, and sassafras. Processing, curing, and custom butchering are available, cut to your specifications. Stop in and see all the products that they offer. That's Sugar Valley Meats on Dutch Valley Drive in Sugar Creek. Turn left at the light, and Sugar Valley Meats is 1/4 mile on the right. Call today, 330-852-44.
The Holmes County Veteran Services in Millersburg. Critchfield Law Firm has always been dedicated to providing the highest quality legal services to their clients throughout Holmes County and surrounding areas. Critchfield Law Firm also understands the dedication of our youth. From the classroom to the music room to athletics, Holmes County's best is represented in every academic area. Critchfield Law Firm in Millersburg, wishing all who participate the best in their endeavors.
At Mac Oilfield Service, they offer specialized trucking, water hauling, dirt work, and general oil field service in New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio. They have the equipment and manpower to tackle any task handed to them. The future lies in the hands of our youth, and Mac Oilfield Service is proud to support them. Call Mac Oilfield Service for all your oil field needs at 330-674-7371. That's 330-674-7371.
Transform your home with the timeless beauty of cedar without the hassle. An MRV Siding Supply with maintenance-free sham-clad shiplap siding. The perfect blend of style and durability. Whether it's for porch ceilings, siding, or shutters, their sham-clad shiplap siding offers the latest designs that everyone is talking about. No staining, no sealing, just stunning, hassle-free elegance. Get the look of cedar and elevate your home with sham-clad shiplap siding today. That's MRV Siding Supply in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
MEB Systems, the area's flat roof specialist. MEB Systems also offers retrofit solutions for low-slope metal roofs. MEB Systems counts it as a privilege to serve our community and beyond with the highest level of customer service and top-notch workmanship. Let them not only learn your business, but also your trust. When it comes to your roof, trust your local experts who believe if it's a job worth doing, it's worth doing right. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333, or visit them online at mbsystems.com. MBB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year.
Season long, I think there was a renewed excitement for this game just based on the season West Holmes has had. Now, their record might not show it. They've been in pretty much every game they've played all season. And if it weren't for a couple errors earlier in the season, they could have 3 or 4 more wins and been in the talking about maybe the 2 or 3 spot in their district instead of the number 4 spot.
Really should be a great matchup, as you talked about here, and a great tune-up before tournaments roll around here. And for, obviously, Highland, we know back-to-back state champions for them. We know their goals are really high. And for West Holmes also, they have a big one right off the bat against Indian Valley, and they're wanting to go pretty far as well.
And I think this is a great game for West Holmes, looking to get ready for Indian Valley. Indian Valley, of course, that IVC opponent. You're going to see the cream of the crop of the IVC tonight.
It is senior night, and we're going to go ahead and pick up the senior night festivities as well.
Between the Highland Hawks and the West Holmes Knights, we'd like to take a moment to honor our seniors and their parents. Introducing Cade Beachy. Cade is joined by his parents, Brian and Julie. Cade lives with his family in Walnut Creek. After high school, Cade is planning to attend Liberty University, where he will pursue a major in business administration. Along with baseball, Cade is an active member of his youth group. During this time at Highland, Cade also played basketball and was a member of the National Honor Society. Some of his favorite memories at Highland are winning the state championship 2 years in a row and competing in summer tournaments. Cade would like to thank the coaches for all the time they put in and his teammates for making the game enjoyable. Caden Koblenz. Caden is being met on the field by his mother, Renita. Caden lives in Berlin and plans to attend Malone University and continue playing baseball for the Pioneers. Some of his best memories are winning back-to-back state championships and winning the Beast of the East in the summer. Caden would like to thank his parents, Coach Dagus, Richie, and Kevin, along with his teammates, for a great 4 years. Colin Koblenz. Colin is also from the Berlin area and is joined by his father, Galen. Colin is going to Malone University in the fall to play baseball. His favorite moments from the last 4 years are winning back-to-back state championships in the Beast of the East. Colin would like to thank his parents and siblings for all their support, as well as his friends and coaches. Keith Hirschberger. Keith is joined by his parents Jay and Leona. Keith lives with the family in Baltic and plans to work at Kaufman Lawn Furniture after graduation. Keith also enjoys playing basketball and deer hunting. Keith's favorite memories are winning the state championship in the Beast of the East tournament. He would like to thank his parents, coaches, and teammates for making his time playing baseball so enjoyable. Luke Hirschberger. Luke is from Kilbuck and is joined by his parents Craig and Jennifer. Luke plans to work at D&J Plumbing after graduation. His favorite memory is winning the Beast of the East. Danny Postetler. Danny lives in the trail with his parents Dave and Tara. After Highland, Danny is planning to attend Stark State to study automotive. Danny's favorite memories come from winning the state championship 2 years in a row. Caden Candle. Caden lives in Walnut Creek and is joined by his parents Derek and Esther. Caden intends to get his real estate and auctioneer license and join Kaufman Realty and Royal Auctions after graduation. He is an active member of his youth group and enjoys playing golf when not on the diamond. Some of Caden's best memories are winning the state championships and spending time with his teammates in the locker room and on the bus rides. Caden would like to thank Coach Dagus and Richie for all the time they spent working with him, especially the seniors and everyone that has helped him play baseball his whole life. Thank you, seniors and parents, for all you've done for and given to the program over the past 4 years. Your hard work, leadership, and selflessness has helped to make our program stronger. Good luck to all the seniors as you begin your new journey after high school. One last hand for your Highland 2025 seniors.
And that finishes things up for senior night tonight here at Lamb. We'll take a break, come back with the opening pitch very shortly on WKLM. That special day is coming when that small child that you've always cared for will officially be all grown up and ready to take on that next phase of their life. When it's time to celebrate that special occasion, let Rody's IGA take care of all your graduation party needs. Their deli and bakery department can customize meat and cheese platters, watermelon boats, relish trays, salads, homemade dips, party buns, and those special graduation picture cakes. Stop in or call ahead at 674-7075 for graduation and Memorial Day. So after the applause, let the party begin at Rody's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg. At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
Are you ready to accelerate towards your dreams with a new car, ATV, boat, or some extra cash for personal needs? This is Zach Deidinger, a banking center manager at the Commercial and Savings Bank, here to help you fund your next adventure. Our team of experts is committed to finding the right solution for you with competitive rates, flexible terms, and personalized service. Visit csb1.com to apply online or give us a call at 800-654-9015 to speak with a loan specialist and discover the CSB advantage. The Commercial and Savings Bank. Relationships you can bank on. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Corey with Burgett Insurance. If you can't remember the last time you've reviewed your insurance policies, you're not alone. Burgett Insurance and Buckeye Insurance Group work together to make sure you are properly covered. Call the friendly, knowledgeable staff of Burgett Insurance at 330-276-3791. We provide service that exceeds expectations and coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and Burgett Insurance, working together to protect you.
Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Holmes sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit ClarkFowlerElectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
And partly cloudy skies, slight breeze out towards center field, but other than that, should be a nice evening for baseball. Hopefully we'll keep off the showers away from us and have a nice evening for the Battle of Holmes County at Lehman Field for tonight. Matt Croy alongside Jake Seidel for you. And, of course, it is Broken Steinball back at the studio, and glad to have you with us on FM 95.3, WKLM, and, of course, WKLM-FM.com as well. We're also video live streaming today's contest on the WKLM YouTube page, courtesy of the Claxon communication team of Aidan Garabrandt producing today's live stream coverage. Also, Abby Jones and Sheldon Stotts as well. Go to YouTube, search WKLM Radio to find the live stream coverage for today's contest. And today's first pitch brought to you by MRV Siding Supply, where they have top quality products like Provia siding, decorative siding, windows and doors. Provia manufactures stone and accessories on County Road 624 Millersburg, or on the web, mrvsiding.com. Give them a call, 800-524-7436. West Holmes, the visitors, they'll be at the plate first. Brock Gallion to lead things off. Bats from the right side, wearing number 2, the junior shortstop, batting .277, no homers and 3 runs batted in. 383 in dead center and 303 down the right field line. Of course, he had the multi-hitting facility just beyond the left field fence. Gallion settles in. And here's the wind and the first pitch of the game. It's going to be in there for a cold strike. Gallion is followed by Logan Zollers, Morgan Smith, Manny Camacho, Jefferson Yoder, Cooper Booth, Chris Williams, Colston Tenney, and Nate Sprang rounds out the West Holmes lineup. The wind and the 0-1 by Monagold. Swung on, be popped up high in the air. Left field side and out of play. 0-2 count to Gallion. Defensively for Highland at first base, Luke Hirschberger. At second is Caden Candle. At short is Keith Hirschberger. At third is Logan Yoder. Keith Beachy's in left. Colin Koblenz in center. Mike Miller's the right fielder. Catching is Danny Hostether. On the mound and pitching is junior right-hander Grady Monagold. Monagold the wind and the 0-2. Curve also want to be a grounder up the middle, going to be near the second base bag. The glove throw to first base going to be not in time on that throw by shortstop. Keith Hirschberger did everything he could possibly do, but Jake, a lot of speed like Brock Gallion. He's able to beat out that throw for the infield single.
Well, that's why he's been leading off all season long. And, he was batting over 300 for a while, kind of had a little bit of a slump in the middle of the season, but his speed, anything that gets past the pitcher, has a chance to be an infield hit for Brock Gallion. And not to mention, he's also 8 for 8 on the stolen base category this season.
He sets the table right there. Now Logan Zollers is at the plate. Bats for the right side, wearing number 4, senior center fielder, batting .246, 9 runs batted in. Mentioned Monagold on the mound, has a 3-0 record on the mound, 1.21 earned run average. Monagold working from the stretch and the pitch. So on be a jam job, popped it straight back and foul. 0-1 count to Zollers. As for Monagold, 17 and third innings pitch entering this game, allowing 4 runs, 3 earned, 10 hits allowed, striking out 16, walking 10, and hitting the batter, and get that 1.21 ERA.
Zollers, he only has 2 doubles on the season, but I'm surprised to see Koblenz playing as shallow as he is. The wind blowing pretty hard out to straightaway center.
Fastball going to be a bit high on the outside part of the plate for ball 1.
And, both of these squads, they have a lot of guys that if they get one in the air, this wind is going to help push it a lot further than it would have.
One thing about it, and Koblenz has that luxury there, I guess, if you want to say it, as Monagold, now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1-2 the count. Just the speed that we will track anything down, it seems like it goes over his head. He'll find a way to get to it. most often in the fly ball.
Him and Beachy in left field.
Yes.
I mean, you look back at the state championship game last year, he laid out for one in left field to get a huge out.
Go to first base. A nice pickoff throw by Monagle, but Gallion slides back safely to the bag. Zoller stands back into the batter's box. 1 on, nobody out, no score. We're in the top of the first inning from Lehman Field, the Battle of Holmes County. Another third of first base as Monagle kind of keep Gallion close. As they'll slide in safely to the bag again. Of course, the new beautiful turf field they have here on the turf infield at Lehman Field. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, but up in stairs, and he chased after it for strike 3. So chased the high one. There's now 1 away on the strikeout thrown by Monagle. Good pitch with a 1-2 count to get him to chase it. And now Morgan Smith will come to the plate. Smith bats for the right side, wearing number 12. The senior pitcher is batting 180 and has 6 runs batted in. 1 on, 1 out. No score, top of the first inning. Lights are on here at Lehman Field. And the pitch. The outside on the breaking pitch, ball 1 to Morgan Smith.
A little surprised we haven't seen Gallion try to make a move for second yet. You know, when you're playing Highland, you want to get as many guys in a scoring position as you can because you're not going to have a lot of chances to bring them in.
Now the pitch, runner going now. He heard you to be slapped foul down the first base side. 1 ball and 1 strike. And one thing about it, and that's an interesting matchup here between Gallion out there with the speed and also with Danny Hosta there behind the home plate, because we've seen Danny throw out a lot of base runners that are pretty fast also to second base. So a great speed with Gallion, but also an outstanding arm behind home plate in Danny Hosta there as well.
And that's been a big weapon for the Hawks all season. It's just been so hard to run on Hawks pitching, especially with Hostetler behind the dish.
And the pitch. Not going this time. It's high for a ball. Goes to 2 balls and a strike to Morgan Smith. West Holmes trying to get something going here at the top of the first inning. Monagold from the stretch. And the pitch. Runner going, swung on him and fouled straight back. A little hit and run going on a couple different times here in this sequence, but foul balls both times. And now a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Morgan Smith.
I think Brock's going to have a conversation with Morgan. Stop fouling things off when I'm trying to steal a base.
Good job, of course, by Monagle kind of getting that on the hand that time. They're on the inside part of the plate to jam him. And now Gallion will get his lead once again. Got the third of first base, and Monagle, again, keeping him close. Monagle comes to a set from the stretch. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts thrown by Grady Monagle. And now 2 down with Gallion still at first base. Here's Manny Camacho, who bats from the left side wearing number 20. The junior first baseman batting .419, no homers, 19 RBIs. So a lot of talk about what he's done on the mound, but also getting it done at the plate as well this season.
He was feeling it at the plate last night against Garraway. 3 for 3, 3 doubles, and he drove in 4 runs.
Here's the pitch. Going to be outside for a ball. Oh, by the way, he threw a no-hitter. Just to throw that in.
Yeah, by the way, that might have been the most dominant performance on offense and defense we've seen all season.
Not pitching tonight, obviously, but up to 90 strikeouts we saw in the spring. Here's the pitch. Going to be in there for a strike. 1-1 count to Manny Camacho.
Yeah, he wasn't a fan of that call. He just turned around. Are you sure about that?
He'll stand back in there. 2 down, runner at first base, no score in the top of the first. Monagle the pitch, runner going, swung on, popped up high in the air in the curveball, and gets sails in the shallow left field, going after the ball and making the grab of center fielder Colin Koblentz. That's out number 3. For West Holmes, no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. A runner left, and through a half inning, no score from Lehman Field. This is the Battle of Holmes County on WKLM.
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit waynedoor.com for a free quote today.
Ready to hit the road toward a high-demand career? Buckeye Career Center is proud to participate in the Ohio Commercial Truck Driver Student Aid Program. This state-funded initiative helps cover the cost of your CDL training through grants and loans offered by the state of Ohio. Don't miss this opportunity to start a rewarding career. Call Buckeye Career Center's Adult Education Department at 330-339-2288 today to learn more or to apply for the program. You can also visit buckeyecareercenter.org for more information.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Rheem Pro partner, and you know you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Rheem and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
Bottom half of the first inning, no score from Lehman Field, and for Highland coming to the plate will be Mike Miller, followed by Logan Yoder, Colin Koblenz, Grady Monagold, Danny Hostetler, Keith Hirschberger, Luke Hirschberger, Cade Beachy, and Caden Candle rounds out the Hawks lineup. For West Holmes defensively at first base, Manny Camacho. At second is Chris Williams. At short is Brock Gallion. The third baseman, Cooper Booth. While on left is Colston Tenney. The center fielder, Logan Zollers. In right, Nate Sprang. Catching is Jefferson Yoder. And on the mound of pitching is senior right-hander Morgan Smith. Smith, a record of 2-2, 2.38 ERA. Through 29 of the third innings pitch, he's allowed 24 runs, 10 earned, 33 hits. He struck out 28, walking 15, and hitting 6 batters. Again, at 2.38 earned run average. Mike Miller will lead things off for the Hawks. Bats from the left side, wearing number 13, the junior right fielder. And the pitch. Curveball. That's a nice one on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 count down to Miller, who is batting .405 and has 8 runs batted in.
And really, it was the last about 2 weeks of the season. He really just started hitting the ball really well.
Another curveball, zips in there on the strike. Swing and miss for strike 2. 0-2 the count. And really, he's going to help solidify that leadoff slot.
And he does what he needs to do, gets on base. You know, a few tweaks to the lineup right now for the Hawks, but he's staying up top.
Fastball going to be just a bit low for a ball. Didn't miss by much.
That's a hard one to lay off.
1-2 the count to Mike Miller. Smith. Now the pitch. Curveball's will be a fly ball. Deep left field going after it is Colston Tenney near the warning track. He'll make the grab. And there's now one away. So Miller taking it good bow power to the opposite part of the field, but Tenney right there to track it down for one away.
And Tenney, I think he's seen the scouting report on the Hawks. He's playing back, like make sure nothing gets over his head.
Here's Logan Yoder. Bats from the right side of the plate, wearing number 16. He's the junior third baseman. Batting .345, has 14 runs batted in. One out, nobody aboard. Bottom of the first, no score. The pitch. Curveball. Another nice one on the outside corner, and Smith looking very sharp early on.
We saw him do great things with his curveball a couple weeks ago down at New Philadelphia. That was a Quakers team that had only lost 2 games before facing him.
Fastball, swing and miss for strike 2. Blew it right by him. Now an 0-2 count to Logan Yoder.
And he's doing just that. He's using his curveball when normally you'd think fastball. Using his fastball and you're thinking get him with the off speed.
Here's the pitch. Curveball Swamby popped up first base side foul territory. It's out of play. And the count remains at no balls and 2 strikes.
I might be spending too much time with Bill Pim if I'm recognizing exactly when he's going to throw which pitch.
No, he's keeping him off balance. There's no question about it. Smith, now the pitch. Going to be a backdoor curveball. Goes inside that time. 1-2 the count to Logan Yoder, so he does not offer at him. He'll stand back in there. Smith, now the pitch. Check swing, fastball too far as it goes on the inside corner. Strike 3, and there's now 2 down. And the first strikeout thrown by Morgan Smith. It was in between swings, and he got him as he jammed it on that inside corner.
I think the umpire just called that one strike 3 anyway. He never made an appeal down to the field umpire, but that's just a great pitch from Morgan Smith.
Yes, it is. Here's Colin Koblitz, who bats for the left side, wearing number 7, senior center fielder. That's going to be a curveball inside for a ball. For Koblitz, batting .409, has 3 homers and 14 runs batted in. No score. 2 down, bottom of the first inning from Lehman Field. Here's the 1-0. Another curveball that'll be in there for a strike. Evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike to Colin Koblitz. Dangerous part of the order, of course, about every part of this order. Pretty dangerous. As Smith, now the pitch. It's going to be a grounder toward short. It'll be a diving grab by Gallion. Throws to first base. It'll be in time for the out. What a play by shortstop Brock Gallion.
And it helps when you got a 6'7" guy able to stretch over there at first and keep his foot on the bag.
Never hurts a Manny Camacho at first base. 1-2-3 it goes. Meanwhile, for the Hawks, through 1, we are scoreless. This is the Battle of Holmes County on WKLM.
The secret's out. Thread and Ink in Holmesville is open to take care of your custom apparel, embroidery, and screen printing needs. They offer a storefront with apparel for West Holmes, Highland, and surrounding schools. Whether it's school spirit wear, professional business attire, accessories, or unique custom designs, they deliver excellence in every product. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 till 5. Thread and Ink is located at 8210 County Road 245 in Holmesville. Or call Justine at 330-279-9222. That's Thread and Ink, custom embroidery and screen printing in Holmesville.
With today's market instability, many homeowners are looking to upgrade their existing home rather than buy or build a new one. At Home Siding Contractors, we know choosing the many colors and styles of siding, replacement windows, and doors can be overwhelming. At Home Siding Contractors, we can help make that decision easier. Durability, beauty, and low maintenance over time describes our products the best. Call Home Siding Contractors today at 888-725-6619 and let our professional staff help upgrade your home today.
Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of 2 great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Strike on the inside corner, and it is the 5, 6, and 7 batters to plate for the West Holmes in this inning. Jefferson Yoder is at the plate. Here's the 1 and the 0-1. Curveball, that's going to be a cold strike on the outside corner. Yoder's followed by Cooper Booth and then Chris Williams. Yoder batting for the right side, wearing number 5, the senior catcher, is batting .189, has 9 runs batted in. Brady Monagold rocks and fires the 0-2. Fastball high, ball 1 ball in, 2 strikes. West Holmes sporting the red jerseys and blue numerals and gray pants, while Highland has their white jerseys and white pants and red numerals and red stripes. Here's the 1 in the 1-2 offering. Curveball. Nice one. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Can't pin it any better than that one. That'll be the 3rd strikeout thrown by Monagold of the contest.
Well, one of the reasons Grady's so dominant when he's out there on the mound, he's ready to work as soon as he gets the ball, and almost feels like it throws the hitters off balance sometimes. It's just how quick he's ready to get that next pitch off.
Here's Cooper Booth, bats for the left side, wearing number 3, the junior third baseman. Here's the Y in the pitch. Curveball, that's going to be a bit off the mark, outside for a ball. Booth batting .210 runs batted in. 1 out, nobody aboard. Top of the second, no score from Lehman Field. Monagold, here's the 1-0 offering. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. And tonight's player of the game presented by Buckeye Deli in the Patio, where great food meets great times, from delicious pizza and bar stacks to milkshakes and other beverages. Here's the 1-1. So I'll be slapped down the first base side. 1-2 the count. That's Buckeye Deli in the Patio in Nashville.
Got a score update from the Highland softball squad. They're going to get a win tonight, 13-1 over Mansfield Christian.
That's awesome. That'll cap off their regular season, their season as a whole, so good to finish up with a win. Monagold, here's the 1-2 pitch. Going to be a called strike 3 on the fastball on the outside corner. And that'll be the 4th strikeout thrown by Monagold. Back-to-back Ks to begin the second inning. And both looking. That'll bring Chris Williams to the plate. He bats from the right side. Wearing number 8, the sophomore second baseman is batting actually 1 for 13 at the plate on the season, has 2 RBIs. Here's the winding of the pitch. Fastball going to be just a bit high for a ball. It's a 1-0 count to Chris Williams.
And Williams defensively all season long has been getting better and better. I'm sure Coach Miller would love to see his swing maybe improve a little bit at the tail end of this season.
A bit outside for a ball, 2-0 count.
But it's a good experience he's gotten all season long. He's played at third base. He's played in the outfield, and he'll be looking to improve even as we start getting into next year.
That pitch going to be a fastball in the outside corner and a cold strike, 2-1 the count. Of course, that comes with experience, as you talked about, now getting some more at-bats. You get used to that varsity of pitching he's facing. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Going to be a fastball on the outside corner. That's a cold strike. Evens it up, 2 balls, 2 strikes down to Chris Williams. Monagold. Here's the winding in the pitch. Curveball going to be just a bit high. Ball 3, full count now to Williams. No score so far. West Holmes 2 outs, nobody aboard in inning number 2. Here's the payoff. It's going to be a high chopper toward third, charged after by Logan Muir. Fields it, throws the first high throw, but a nice leaping grab by Hershberger, and he'll get down in time to retire Williams for out number 3. 1-2-3 it goes for the Knights, and through 1.5, we are scoreless. This is the Battle of Holmes County on WKLM.
Premier Pharmacy has more ways to serve you. I'm Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and I'm happy to announce that our newest location in Sugar Creek is open and accepting new patients. Our location in downtown Sugar Creek accepts most major insurances and offers the same great service you've come to expect in our Berlin and Millersburg locations, including delivery and vaccination services. Give us a call today at 330-852-5146 and start experiencing the Premier Pharmacy difference. Premier Pharmacy is your local hometown independent pharmacy.
Denco Marketing and Tricor Industrial, 2 reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denco takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denco and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
Taking on a large exterior home project is no small task. When you're looking for the best options in roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Provia products are the clear choice. At Provia, quality is engineered into the product, integrity is never compromised, and local craftsmanship delivers a stunning final result that will last for generations. Our experts at Keim Home Center are here to help you explore the possibilities. Visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
The Battle of Holmes County tonight. At the plate for the Hawks, the 4, 5, and 6 batters. Grady Monagold to lead things off the pitch. So want to be fouled straight back on the swing by Grady Monagold, who bats from the left side, wearing number 21, the junior pitcher, is followed by Danny Hostother and Keith Hershberger in this inning. Grady Monagold batting .385, has 4 homers in 30 runs batted in. So he's been outstanding at the plate once again all spring long. Getting it started here in the bottom half of the second. Smith working from the stretch and the pitch. Curveball going to be just a bit high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Smith, one of those pitchers, likes to work from that stretch position.
And Grady this season, he's really gotten a hold of a few, but there's been a few that just seem like they hit the top of the fence.
Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. 1-2 the count now to Grady Monagold.
But he's really been feeling it at the plate this season, and that's huge for the Hawks, especially going into the tournament.
We got to look at the power numbers, along with the hitting for the average for a lot of these Hawks players. Monagold certainly one of them. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball going to be inside for a ball. 2-2 count with Monagold has the 4 homers. Of course, Colin Koblenz, who mentioned the last inning, 3 home runs. Hostother has 2 homers on the season as well. So kind of murderer's row right through there. And we know Caden Koblenz not playing tonight, but he has a couple of home runs himself. 2-2 count to Grady Monagold. Time is called. Remember, if you can get into a collision, make your first call to Finish Line Auto Body, where they have experts in collision repair, and they'll even help with up to $500 of your insurance deductible. Give Brooks a call, 674-1483. And the pitch. It's going to be a grounder toward first base. He'll be scooped up by Camacho. He'll step on the first base bag in time for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down as Smith has retired the first 4 batters he's faced of the Hawks. And now for Highland, it's Danny Hostother at the plate. He bats from the left side as well, wearing number 24, the senior catcher. He is batting .475, has 2 home runs, and 20 runs batted in.
You talk about out of the frying pan and into the fire. This 4-5 hole for the Hawks is probably one of the most dangerous in the state of Ohio.
Certainly is. Here's Smith with the pitch. Curveball's going to be fouled straight back. 0-1 count now to Danny Hostother.
When you add that to Danny, who just gets on base, 6 walks. He's been hit 3 times. On base percentage of .565.
Here's the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer towards second. Going after it is Chris Williams, but it'll be booted and into right field. So that'll be an error at second for West Holmes. And now Hostother is on board just with 1 out in the second inning.
Now that ball just took a wicked hop off the turf. And that's one of those ones, if you're playing on natural grass, it's not hopping over his head. But that's what the Hawks need to do, get a base runner here early.
And at the plate going to be Keith Hirschberger, who bats from the right side. Wearing number 10, the senior shortstop. And batting .317, 4 runs batted in. Throw to first base, and Hostother is back there. Hostother, believe it or not, he does have 4 stolen bases this spring. Smith now the pitch. Now bounce in the turf, but nice scoop by catcher Jefferson Yoder. And now ball 1 to Keith Hirschberger. Runner on, there's 1 out. We're in the bottom of the first from Lehman Field, no score. The pitch. Another curveball, just a bit low for a ball. And 2-0 the count. And the Killbuck Savings Bank proudly supporting the local youth. And they hope they all knock it out of the park, celebrating the 125 years of serving the community. That's the Killbuck Savings Bank. Here's the pitch. Curveball outside for a ball, and now a 3-0 count to Keith Hirschberger. So 3 straight curveballs to start off to him and all out of the strike zone. And now Smith working from behind the count. The pitch. Fastball in there for a strike, and Hirschberger taking all the way. 3-1 count.
You wouldn't be surprised to see Smith maybe come back here with a curveball, but you might see him come with the high heat. It just kind of depends what he thinks Hirschberger's looking for.
There is the curveball. Looked pretty good, but they're going to see it's a bit low for a ball. So ball 4, that'll walk Hirschberger. So the first base runner of the game for Highland was the error before that, with Hostother getting on board, then the walk to Hirschberger. All of a sudden, runners at first and second, 1 out. Luke Hirschberger's at the plate, bats from the left side, wearing number 27. The senior first baseman is batting .341 and has 9 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. Going to be a fastball in the inside corner for a strike. 0-1 count to Hirschberger. Good pitch there for Morgan Smith to get ahead of the count. Now time is called.
Coach Wood's going to make his way out there and talk with Smith.
Obviously, for Highland, no matter what part of the order, always dangerous to get a couple guys on board, and maybe not a bad time to make sure not just the discussion with Smith, but get the infield on the same page here.
Well, yeah,
in this situation.
We talk about that middle third of the order probably being one of the most dangerous in the state of Ohio, but all but 2 of their starters are hitting above 300, which is unheard of. So it's any given night, someone can make a difference for the Hawks on the offensive side.
Meeting is over. First and second, 1 out for Highland. Gallion shading the bag at second. Smith will look over there. Now the pitch. Curveball going to be a cold strike on the outside corner. That was a nasty curve. 0-2 count to Hirschberger. Runners get their leads. And Smith the pitch. That's most one high chopper toward third, going to be over the head of third baseman Cooper Booth in the left field. Around third base, coming in toward home is Danny Hostother. Behind him, Hirschberger goes to third base, and Luke Hirschberger now over to second. So that'll be the RBI hit now by Luke Hirschberg gives Highland a 1-0 advantage. That's just a hard bouncer off the turf.
And it just went right over Booth at third base. But, that's just one of those breaks. Not every team was going to get it. That ball hit down the line in foul territory and then hopped straight over the bag into left field.
He comes through. Now Cade Beachy is at the plate. 1-0 Highland the pitch. It's going to be a line towards center field, going to be a base hit. From third, scoring is Keith Hirschberger. And over to third base is Luke Hirschberger. And advancing to second base on the throw, that'll be Cade Beachy. So Cade Beachy, an RBI single. And all of a sudden, Highland has a 2-0 lead. And that's what they'll do to you. Get a couple guys get on base, and they'll make you pay.
Well, the Hawks base runners are just so smart. Beachy saw no one covering the bag at second, and then saw Zollers send that one to the catcher. He's able to move up to second on the throw there, and the Hawks will keep two runners in scoring position.
Second and third, still one out, 2-0 Highland. Number 9 batter in their lineup, Caden Candles at the plate, batting from the left side, wearing number 3, the senior second baseman. The pitch. Fastball inside for a ball. Batting 308 RBIs. He's been red hot here of late. Had a slow start to the spring, but he's getting that bat going now. Beachy is 8th RBI of the season. And Hirschberger his 10th RBI. The pitch. Curveball. That'll be a bit high, apparently, for a ball.
That was just a bit high there. It was real close.
Those are pitches when you're a pitcher and you got guys on base. You need those calls, but he didn't get it. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. Will tap her down the first baseline, gloved by Camacho. He'll get the tag on him, and that'll be out number 2. So just what you needed if you're West Holmes there. 2 down, and it'll keep the runners at bay at second and third. But now the top of the order will come to the plate. So not out of the woods yet if you're West Holmes for Highland. Up 2-0 now, a chance to add on to that with Mike Miller, who flew out to left in his first at bat. 2-0 Hawks. We're in the home half of the second inning.
Speaking of left field, Colston Tenney about 5 yards from the warning track and left.
That'll be line to center field. Almost took Smith's head off. Scoring from third base is Hirschberger. Cade Beachy comes in. He will score as well. A line shot right back to the mounted. Shot in the center field. As Smith kind of just threw his glove at it at the last second, but no chance you're getting that one. So it'll be a 2 RBI single on that line shot to center field. 4-0 Highland.
And I'm just glad he got out of the way of that one, because that was tattooed off the barrel.
Yes, it was. And now Logan Yoder will stand in. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. The pitch. And breaking pitch outside, checked his swing. And say he did not go. So it's a 1-0 count. 4-0 Highland lead all of a sudden here in the second inning.
That's what this Hawks lineup can do. We just got done saying all but 2 of them have been hitting over 300 or better.
Curveball swing and a miss for a strike. And rolls just behind Jefferson Yoder. He'll get the throw off, but not in time. And getting over to second base is Mike Miller.
But even then, one of those RBIs coming off Cade Beach, was only hitting 196 coming into the ball game. That's just his 10th hit of the season.
Smith, look at second base. Now the pitch. Going to be a fastball, going to be a bit inside for a ball, and a 2-1 count. Four 0 Highland. 2 outs, runner at second base, and the pitch. Curveball going to be in there for a strike. Evens it up 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Logan Yoder. Yoder again had the strikeout his first at bat. And the pitch. Fastball going to be a called strike 3 on the outside corner. That'll do it here for the inning. However, Highland comes through with the 4 runs in the inning. And now through 2 innings. Highland 4 and West Holmes nothing. This is the Battle of Holmes County on WKLM.
Spring into summer with Millersburg Electric's Holiday Mega Sale going on now through June 4th. Save $500 on a matching GE full-sized washer and dryer set, now just $5.99 each. Save $1,100 on a 27 cubic foot stainless steel GE French door refrigerator, now just $14.99. With summer grilling season here, get free assembly on all Weber grills and Blackstone griddles. We offer free in-carton drop-off on all appliances or have our dedicated delivery team professionally install your appliance purchase. Qualified customers get 0% financing through May of 2026. So visit us today or shop 24/7 at MillersburgElectric.com, celebrating 80 years of business.
Hey, other guys' insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Viker Sand and Gravel Incorporated has been serving the central Ohio areas of Wayne and Holmes counties since 1935. They're a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
Colson Tenney takes the first pitch for a strike on the outside corner. Monagold, second pitch, same place, same result, and quickly an 0-2 count to the number 8 hitting left fielder. Jake Seidel and Matt Croy with you this evening as the 0-2 for Monagold swung on and missed on a curveball for strike number 3, and that is strikeout number 5 for Grady Monagold today. And I'll bring up the number 9 hitter in Nate Sprang. Sprang on the season batting .179. He's become more of an everyday player over the last couple weeks for the Knights. Righty-lefty matchup, one down. The base is empty here. We're in the top of the third inning. 4-0 the lead for the Highland Hawks. The first pitch to Sprang is outside for a ball. 1-0 the count.
Sprang, of course, a terrific athlete. We saw what he was able to do as on the basketball court here just as a sophomore, and showing that athleticism on the baseball field as well.
So the next pitch runs down low, now 2-0. And, you know, that experience he's had as a young player on the basketball court would probably helping him out here in these high-pressure situations as he'll foul that one off and out of play to the left. Now 2 balls and a strike.
It's a step up to the varsity level, obviously, when you come back from junior high or even the JV level, and you get a chance to get a feel for that competition level when you're playing varsity basketball, and of course you can be more accustomed to that as you go into the baseball field as well.
As Monagold comes set, here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2, pardon me. Got ahead of myself there. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Monagold comes set. Here's the 2-2. Down low for ball 3, so a full count here to Sprang. Tonight so far, 1 hit today. Looking to get another base runner here. So here's the payoff pitch. Checked his swing on a pitch outside for ball 4, and Sprang will be aboard with a 1-out walk and turn it back over to the top of the order and Brock Gallion, who has the Knights' only hit so far.
Good at bat that time. First walk through into the game by Monagold. I just like the way Monagold's pitched. He really did a good job kind of hitting those corners and working the corners and changing speeds against batters. That time he was able to end up walking Sprang, but still doing a good job there pitching so far this evening.
So righty-righty matchup. Monagold rocks, fires on the outside corner at the knees for strike 1, 0-1. Like I said, Gallion 1 for 1 with a single his first time up. Tried to swipe second a few times, but the ball was fouled as the 0-1 outside. Now 1-1 the count.
I think a critical inning for West Holmes because you want to have some sort of a response. After Highland scored 4 times in the second, you want to have come back here with your second time through the order here and make something happen in this third inning.
So 1-1. That one swung on, lifted in the air, center field. Koblenz comes in, makes the catch. He's going to make the throw to first. It's bounced. Oh, no, that's going to hit Gallion off a bounce at the bag at first. He looks to be okay, but
I'm sure that didn't feel good. But, man, They think Koblenz dangerous with the speed and also with that arm. Now, you think that nobody's going to double you off from a fly ball to center field. You're at first base, but with Koblenz, you never know.
Well, Melway Paving Company is a well-known asphalt and paving contractor for homes in surrounding counties since 1964. Specializing in asphalt paving, crack sealing, seal coating, chip and seal, and pavement planning. As Logan Zollers over one a strikeout, swings at the first pitch he sees and sends it back over the press box. Now 0-1 the count. So an 0-1 count, 2 down, bases with a runner on first, I should say, for the Knights. Zollers 4 doubles on the season. He's come up with a few clutch hits. It's the 0-1 outside. Now 1-1 the count. And heads-up base running from him all season long, too, especially last night where he scored on infield sacrifice fly. And we checked. That is how it was scored last night. Smonagold comes set. Here's the 1-1. That one swung on, banged up the middle, past a diving Candle. Hitting second and stopping there is going to be Sprang. And there's the second hit of the ball game for the Knights. And it'll put runners on first and second with 2 down for Morgan Smith, who struck out swinging his first time up.
An infield fly and the sac fly you mentioned last night, you're always going to see something new in baseball. But Logan Zollers, good swing there, and all kinds of speed now with Zollers and Sprang there on the base pass.
What did I just say about his clutch hitting?
Absolutely.
Right? That's what he needed right there.
Came through.
Smith again will climb in right-handed. Righty-righty matchup. Sprang at second, Zollers at first. Monagold rocks, fires right in there for strike one. And that breaking pitch, I think Smith might want that one back. It was right over the middle of the plate. Monagold checks on that runner at second. The 0-1. High and tight now, 1-1 the count.
Again, golden opportunity for West Holmes with a couple runners on board here, down 4-0 to see that they can cut it a little bit into that deficit.
Wind still blowing out, not as strong as it was earlier. But still going to get some boost out there as the 1-1. Curveball right over the middle again for strike two. So 1-2 the count here to Morgan Smith. That's another thing about both our pitchers today. Neither of them are afraid to put something over the plate when they need to get that strike. Monagold set his 1-2 pitch. Up high, and the deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 gone here in the top of the third inning. Got a 4-0 lead for the Hawks. Monagold gets the signs from Hostetler. Now comes set. Here's his 2-2 offering. Curveball, strike 3 called, and that will retire the side. No runs on a hit, no errors, and the Knights leave 2. We move to the bottom of the third inning. 4-0 Hawks lead it here on WKLM.
At Millersburg Tire Service, we've been serving and supporting the farming community since 1953. We have over 200 years of combined ag experience to get you the right tires at the right price. Our inventory includes over 1,500 large farm tires and most tires for your implement and commercial needs. With rising prices and market uncertainty, you have the opportunity to take advantage of some of the best deals of the year right now. You can get up to $300 off select Firestone radials until May 31st. Come see us on State Route 39 east of Millersburg or give us a call at 674-1085.
When you're thinking of an old-fashioned smokehouse flavor, think Sugar Valley Meats. They carry their own ham and bacon, and the old-fashioned smokehouse uses hickory, apple, and sassafras. Processing, curing, and custom butchering are available, cut to your specifications. Stop in and see all the products that they offer. That's Sugar Valley Meats on Dutch Valley Drive in Sugar Creek. Turn left at the light, and Sugar Valley Meats is 1/4 mile on the right. Call today, 330-852-4423.
Critchfield Law Firm has always been dedicated to providing the highest quality legal services to their clients throughout Holmes County and surrounding areas. Critchfield Law Firm also understands the dedication of our youth. From the classroom to the music room to athletics, Holmes County's best is represented in every academic area. Critchfield Law Firm in Millersburg, wishing all who participate the best in their endeavors.
3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for the Hawks here as we move to the bottom of the third inning. Highland leading West Holmes 4-0. Jake Seidel and Matt Croy with you. Brogan Steimel back at WKLM Sports Central. Great to have you with us here on this Friday evening under the lights at Lehman Field. Colin Koblenz 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to short on a spectacular diving stop by Brock Gallion. Righty-lefty matchup. He'll send the first one out of play. You got to make sure that one doesn't hit my car. 0-1 the count.
That's why you park way far back, Jake.
I don't like to carry all that equipment all the way up. It's the 0-1. Up high with the breaking pitch now, 1-1 the count. And I think the only time, actually, earlier this year, it was West Holmes playing at New Philly. Bill Pim and I were on that call as the 1-1. Curveball in there for strike 2, 1-2. New Philly player fouled one off to the left, and it hit a car driving by it to score a park.
Wow, yeah. That can happen there.
Not one of the parked ones. The one driving by is the 1-2 is a rocket down the right field line, and it is going to one-hop the fence. Koblenz hits first. He's going for 2. The relay throw is a little bit late, and it's a leadoff double for Colin Koblenz. As Koblenz picks up
number 21, Grady.
His third double of the season.
Coming through, and yeah, he hammered that one. No question. Jumped off the bat down that right field line as he can do. So Koblenz again showing that power to set things up here in this third inning.
That'll bring up Grady Monagold. He grounded out to Camacho at first his first time up. Righty-lefty matchup here. Nobody out. A runner on second. 4-0. The Hawks lead it. As the first pitch to him, that one swung on, hit a ton deep left field. That ball's going to one-hop the fence, and then it gets away from Zollers. Koblenz is around third. He will score on the RBI double by Grady Monagold.
Back-to-back doubles, and again, we talked about that power that part of the lineup has, and they're showing it right here in the third inning.
And that'll make it 5-0.
Number 24.
And that ball, I think it hit the middle of that fence in center field and just kind of had an awkward carom. As Danny Hostetler will come to the plate next. He's 0 for 1. He reached on an error his first time up, ended up coming around to score. Another righty-lefty matchup. And I think if you're the Knights, you're glad you're not going to see this many left-handed hitters for most of the teams in the tournament. As that pitch runs up high for ball 1-1-0.
That is a nice luxury. They certainly have. Not only are they good, but they have those guys batting from the left side, and just something you don't see for very many high school teams.
So now time is called by the batter there in Hostetler.
This Highland team, they'll force you to pitch. I mean, you think as a pitcher, you want to get something over the plate, throw strikes, obviously.
It's the next pitch on the outside corner for a strike.
But you can't just throw it over the plate with these guys. You got to work those corners, change speeds, and the moment you kind of just lay it in there, they're gonna hit you.
And even then, they've walked 64 times this season. So if you don't give them something to hit, they're not going to swing at it. As Smith rocks, fires the 1-1 outside. Now 2 balls and a strike. They've also been hit by a pitch 19 times this season. So 2 balls and a strike. Monagold, the runner at second. As Smith fires. Oh, must have been low there, and it's going to run the count to 3-1. I think Morgan Smith wanted that call. So 3 balls and a strike. Smith checks on the runner at second. Now kicks, fires, swung on, fouled into the third base dugout. We'll do it again at 3-2.
Let's talk about, you mentioned the walks they've drawn here, the plate discipline. That pitch before that was a terrific curveball. It didn't miss by much. It's hard to lay off, but again, the discipline of these Hawks hitters, they can do that.
So 3-2 count, 1 on, nobody out here, bottom of the third inning. Smith checks the bag at second, kicks, fires outside, and that'll be ball 4 and a walk. That is the second walk issued by Morgan Smith in this ball game.
Now batting.
And that'll bring up Keith Hirschberger, who had that other walk last inning.
Hirschberger.
Jefferson Yoder running out to talk with his pitcher. Gives us time to remind you that whether you need tires, farm tires and service, fully equipped auto service, or semi-truck tires, stop by Millersburg Tire Service on State Route 39 in Millersburg or online at MillersburgTireService.com. In business for over 72 years, and I can personally attest to the good job they did. I had to get some tires from them earlier this year, and my car runs a lot smoother now.
I think a lot of us from the station have had to patronize them for sure.
Hirschberger bats right-handed. Morgan Smith checks on the runner at second. Here's the pitch, shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's called a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. So we'll see if the bunt is still on here. Booth is playing at the change in the color of the turf at third. Usually be the cusp of the infield grass. Smith checks second again. Now here's the 0-1. Outside that time on a curveball. Now 1-1 the count.
Smith has that sharp curveball, and not an easy pitch to lay a bunt down on. As you mentioned, didn't show it that time.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. Smith checks at second again. Here's the 1-1 offering. That one swung on, high, chopped to short. Gallion can't handle that one, and we'll see if maybe Wyatt Meller comes out to have a chat with the base umpire on that one. You might have a case of interference there with the runner at third, or heading to third going past him, but it looks like they're going to let that one stand, and I think you just have to call that an E6.
Yeah, I think so. Just one of those tough baseball plays as the base runner just happened to be going by at the same time. I don't think it was necessarily interference, but obviously a tough play if you're the shortstop trying to make that defensively.
First pitch to Luke Hirschberger. Curveball on the outside corner for strike 1. Hirschberger had an RBI double last inning. Now bats with the bases loaded. Nobody out here.
Infield is up for West Holmes.
Going to try to cut down anything to the infield at the plate. It's the 0-1. Curveball at the knees inside corner that time. Now 0-2 the count, and Luke Hirschberger wasn't a fan of the call, but he's now down 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Smith checks the runners. His 0-2 offering outside. Now a ball and 2 strikes the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hawks trying to break this one open even more. They lead 5-0 here in the bottom of the third. As Morgan Smith will step off the rubber. 4 runs in the second for the Hawks. 1 so far here in the third. And they're up to 5 hits on the ball game now. As now time called again. Guess this time by Jefferson Yoder. We never saw Hirschberger step out. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and fouled into the Highland Hawks third base dugout. I think that one sent Paxton Alarcon jumping up into the air.
Is that who that was?
44 is who I think it was.
Somebody was jumping.
Yeah, that was Paxton. So 1 ball and 1 ball and 2 strikes as the pitch. That one swung on, chopped foul. We'll do it again at 1-2. Now that's one of the nice things about getting to call these games between the teams we've seen all season. We can kind of look down at the dugout and recognize who it is. The familiarity with both teams. As Morgan Smith comes set. The 1-2. Swung on, tipped into the mid of Yoder. And that'll be the first out of the inning, and that is the 3rd strikeout for Morgan Smith.
And a big one if you're West Holmes and Morgan Smith. And good job of pitching that time. Didn't give in. Made some nice pitches, able to get that key strikeout.
Cade Beachy now with the bases loaded and 1 gone. He had an RBI single and came around to score last inning. So the first pitch to him, curveball in there at the knees again, 0-1.
And some wicked movement on that pitch.
And so far tonight, the curveball has been Smith's best pitch. As Morgan gets the signs from Yoder behind the plate, now comes set. Here's his 0-1. That one swung on, lifted in the air to left field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. 1 run will score. Rounding third on his way home is Hostettler. He will slide in on the 2 RBI single by Cade Beachy.
most teams you get down near that number 8 guy in the lineup here, you feel like that's going to be easy out. But that's not the case with Highland, and Cade Beachy showing why. He's had 2 RBI singles already today, and he's really provided a lot of production in the bottom half of the Highland lineup.
I think he's trying to earn himself a free pizza tonight.
He's working at it, no doubt about it.
Caden Candle will climb in and bat left-handed. He's 0 for 1, was tagged out on his way to first base his last time up. So he'll take a first pitch strike, 0-1. 2 gone here. Or pardon me, 1 gone. And it's a 7-0 lead for the Hawks as we're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The next pitch, down low again. Now 1-1 the count. So far, just 4 of the 7 runs are earned. As Smith checks on that runner at second, the 1-1. Curveball hit towards second base. Williams has it get by him. On his way home now is going to be Hirschberger. He will score. The stop sign comes up at third for Beachy. And, Matt, how are you scoring that one?
That's an error.
That's an error. That'll be the 3rd error of the game.
Miller.
And that's the thing about with this Highland team, you don't want to give them anything. A walk, an error. They're going to take advantage of it. So there's little things here, and I think that's a good lesson here as you get to the end of the regular season, knowing that you got to get ready for postseason play, that you want to make those little plays here that certainly make a big difference in the game.
Now runners on the corners for Mike Miller, who's 1 for 2 at an RBI single his last time up, rather. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner that time. Smith makes a throw to first, and back with an eye there is going to be Candle. And with that error, now only one of the Hawks starting 9 has not reached base safely today, and that's the guy on deck in Logan Yoder. Throw goes to first, high throw, but Camacho able to pull it down.
Again, just to make you the point, there's only really a couple of errors that West Holmes has made, but they've been costly. And for Highland, just to give it an inch, they're going to take a mile, and they've shown that here. If this has come from a really close game, to all of a sudden Highland's got this 8-0 lead.
It's the 0-1 down low now, 1-1 the count. It's Morgan Smith laboring here. 8-0 the lead for the Highland Hawks. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1 gone. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. It's down low. Now 2 balls and a strike, and a good block by Jefferson Yoder. So a 2-1 offering going to be on its way here, as this will be the 65th pitch of the day for Morgan Smith. On the outside corner now, 2-2 the count evens. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 gone, runners on the corners. Smith checks at first. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 4 for Smith, and another huge one right there. Logan Miller will come to the plate. He's the 9th man to bat in the inning. And I think Matt and I will spare everyone the, is it batting around when you have 9 go to the plate or 10 this time?
Yeah, Bill always brings that up. Was it Tim Kirchen that kind of tells you have to get to that 10th batter?
I think so. The throw goes to first. Back with an eye again there is Candle. I believe he also said something that I really do agree with. It's not RBIs. RBI is already plural if you have more than one.
I don't go along with that.
Batted in.
I'm disagree.
That one's bounced in front of the plate. Yoder lost it, coming in and scoring on the wild pitch there is going to be Beachy, and that'll make it 9-0. So both runners advance.
Being alerted on the base pass as Highland is accustomed to being, and always taking that extra base when they can get it.
I think they appealed there to make sure he hit the plate, or they appealed to see if it was a strike or a ball. If he checked his swing, it is called a ball. So now a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Right down Broadway for strike 1, now 1-1. Well, don't forget tonight's players of the game are presented by the Buckeye Deli and the Patio, where great food meets great times. From delicious pizza and bar snacks to milkshakes and cold drinks, they've got it at the Buckeye Deli and the Patio in Nashville. Of course, home of the best pizza in Nashville.
No way to dispute that, is there?
Not at all. So a 1-1 count here. 2 gone in the inning. Runner on second base. As Smith checks and fires outside. Now 2-1. Big lead over there at second base by Caden Candle. So 2 balls and a strike. Smith rocks, fires. Ooh, must have been high there. It'll be 3 balls and a strike.
And I'll say it again. If you're a pitcher trying to get out of the inning, you don't get that call. That's frustrating. But you got to shake it off and come back and make that next pitch.
Smith checks second. Here's the 3-1. Swung on, fouled off, and that'll run the count full. So a 3-2 pitch on its way to Logan Yoder here. As Morgan Smith heads back to the mound, looks in and gets the signs from Jefferson Yoder. Now comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. He walked him. And that will turn things over to the man who started the inning in Colin Koblenz with a double.
And now we really have batted around, but this is a guy you'd like to avoid if you can, but not the case. And again, Koblenz hit that ball awfully hard here to start off this third inning.
Righty-lefty matchup, 2 gone. Runners on first and second as Smith checks now, fires. That one swung on, lifted in the air, foul ground. Booth giving chase, and it'll drop. He couldn't find it. I think the wind pushed that ball back in towards the foul line, and he just couldn't get to it.
Yep, kind of swirling, kind of trying to find that ball. He was chasing after it. Shortstop Brock Allen going after it as well, just couldn't come up with that ball.
So Morgan Smith works now with an 0-1 count here on Koblenz. 10th run of the ball game, standing on second base for the Hawks. Smith comes set. The 0-1. On the outside corner for strike 2. Now 0-2 here to the left-handed batting center fielder. So an 0-2 count. 5 runs have come across this inning. As Smith kicks, fires, swung on and missed, strike 3, and that will retire the side. But 10 are sent to the plate, and the damage is done. The Hawks extend their lead to 9-0 here on WKLM.
At Mack Oilfield Service, they offer specialized trucking, water hauling, dirt work, and general oil field service in New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio. They have the equipment and manpower to tackle any task handed to them. The future lies in the hands of our youth, and Mack Oilfield Service is proud to support them. Call Mack Oilfield Service for all your oil field needs at 330-674-7371. That's 330-674-7371.
When you're thinking of the right accessories to add to your home, think Copper Creek Hardware products at MRV Siding Supply. With Copper Creek Hardware, you won't find better quality at twice the price. In fact, you'll get great value for builder-grade door hardware. Plus, all Copper Creek Hardware is backed with a lifetime mechanical warranty and a 5-year warranty on all finishes. That's MRV Siding Supply in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch to him is swung on and missed, 0-1. And senior night tonight here for the Highland Hawks. It was last night for Wes Holmes. As Grady Monagold comes set, here's the 0-1. That one swung on, chopped towards second. Candle has a hard time getting it, but he'll throw on to first and recover for the out.
Good job by Candle that time. He, as he mentioned, he bobbled it, kind of stuck with it, didn't panic, and made that throw to first base to get Camacho.
That'll bring up Jefferson Yoder, 0 for 1, a strikeout looking his first time up. But to get to my point, senior night, we heard a lot of senior memories, and I thought it was worth noting that a lot of these seniors said one of their favorite memories was winning the Beast of the East over the summer, along with the state championships, as here's the first pitch to Yoder. Just a bit low for ball 1-1-0, and I think that just goes to show how much this work in the summer means to these kids, Matt.
I noticed that as well, yeah. That was a big tournament there over the summer, and you think about the time they put in.
So 1-0, down low again, now 2-0 the count.
And that's what helps pave the way for the spring. They put a lot of time in that summer ball and played a lot of tough competition. They did certainly in that Beast of the East, and I think they took a lot of pride in winning that, and helps prepare them for what they're able to do during the spring season.
It's the 2-0. That one swung on, chopped off his foot in the box, and Yoder will go back with a 2-1 count. You know, that and all the off-season hitting and pitching workouts they're able to do out in the hitting facility in left field. That's something West Holmes will be able to take more advantage of, too, now that they've got the field house done and opened up with the turf room in there. As Monagold comes set, the 2-1 up high, now 3-1 the count.
Invaluable here in Ohio with the weather situation, and we don't have the luxury they have there in Florida and those places to do it outside all year long, so it's nice to have those buildings that you can do that.
3-1, inside ball 4. And Jefferson Yoder will walk with one down. As Yoder really sees the ball well. He has walked now a team-high 20 times this season.
Good to get on board. You need base runners at this time. If you're West Holmes, you're not going to get all these runs back at once, but trying to chip away at this. And again, you got to get guys on base to make something happen.
Cooper Booth, 0 for 1, a strikeout looking his first time up. He'll foul that one back to the screen, 0-1 the count. Stop in for weekly specials along with a great selection in the deli meat and produce departments for fresh arrangement of flowers. Check out the Posy Pad Floral Shop then before you head out. Sign up for a Roadie's Rewards card at Roadie's IGA. So an 0-1 count. As Monagold kicks, fires. That one swung on, fouled off, and out of play again.
We talk about good athletes. Booth is certainly one of those. Obviously, he does a lot for this team as he is a pitcher, one of the top pitchers on this team, plays first base, plays the outfield. He's actually been playing at third base today. You don't see too many lefties playing third base, but I've seen he can do it, and he has that ability to play a lot of different spots.
He's really that true utility player every team needs, as the 0-2 just a bit outside. We've seen that one called a strike a few times tonight. That time it's called a ball, now 1-2. And I only say that because when you see that one called a strike, it is so hard to lay off it. As Monagold checks first, comes set. Here's the 0-2 offering. Here it comes. That one swung on, lifted in the air left field. Beachy underneath it will make the catch, and there's 2 gone.
Stepping to the plate, number 8, Chris.
So 2 gone and a runner on second for Chris Williams.
Part of being a good outfielder is being in the right spot, right depth level, and that was the ball was well hit. But you're playing shallow there. That's going over your head, but Beachy right where he needs to be to make an easy catch.
Williams 0 for 1 and ground out to third, his first time up. Pat's right-handed, 2 down, a runner on first. The pitch to him, curveball, and it's fouled off for strike 1, 0-1. Well, just the knowledge of the outfield from this Highland Hawks, and that has come in handy in the state finals the last couple of years. You know, they get to play at Canal Park usually once a year in the regular season. So they know what to expect when they get there for the state tournament, as that one is swung on and missed. Now 0-2 the count.
It just seems when you get to that park, there's so much ground to cover. But those guys, they're used to it. They've played in the state so many times, and as you mentioned, during the regular season, so you get a better feel for an outfielder at a park like that.
As Monagold comes set, here's his 0-2 offering. Swung on, hit towards third, fielded by Yoder. He'll toss it across the diamond in time, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left. We move to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's a 9-0 lead for the Highland Hawks here on WKLM.
MEB Systems, a name that has been around since 1977. It is the area's flat roof specialist. Their mission statement is, serve our team, customers, and community by offering exceptional and innovative flat roofing services, all for the glory of God. MEB Systems has the experience to handle anything from scheduled maintenance to roofing multi-acre facilities protecting valuable equipment and merchandise. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333, or visit them online at MEBsystems.com. MEB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year. That special day is coming when that small child that you've always cared for will officially be all grown up and ready to take on that next phase of their life. When it's time to celebrate that special occasion, let Rody's IGA take care of all your graduation party needs. Their deli and bakery department can customize meat and cheese platters, watermelon boats, relish trays, salads, homemade dips, party buns, and those special graduation picture cakes. Stop in or call ahead at 674-7075 for graduation and Memorial Day. So after the applause, let the party begin at Rody's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg. At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help managing a chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
Base and head to the pitcher's mound for the Knights. Booth making his 10th appearance on the season. He's worked 29 innings this year, allowing 22 runs, 13 earned on 31 hits, while striking out 31, walking 12, hitting 2 batters. He is 2-1 on the season with a 3.14 ERA, and he's averaging just under 7.5 strikeouts per 7 innings. Opponents so far this season batting .228. Off the lefty.
He's been a good pitcher as well this spring. A good opportunity to get him some action as well. The final regular season contest of the year. And you might need him during the postseason, so I want to get him some work as well.
Grady Monagold will lead it off for the Hawks here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Monagold 1 for 2 with an RBI double and a ground out. He's also scored a run. He'll bat left-handed, lefty-lefty matchup, and now It's good experience to get Booth in here before the tournament, but also good for the Hawks, who they have a wealth of left-handed pitching of their own, but they don't get to see a whole lot of it in the regular season. That first pitch is inside to Monagold, 1-0. And you pretty much know if you've got a left-handed pitcher, they're going to be starting at some point in the tournament. As Booth comes set, here's the 1-0 pitch. That one swung on, fouled off his foot. Monagold walks it off, but looks to be okay now, 1-1.
Well, as you mentioned, definitely a different look. And a Highland team that scored 9 runs these last 2 innings on 6 hits. Of course, they're taking advantage of the 3 West Holmes errors, but West Holmes trying to change it up here and gives Highland a little something different to look at.
So 1 ball, 1 strike here as Monagold gets ready to climb back in. Booth looks in. Now kicks and fires. Swung on and tipped at the dish. Now 1-2. Morgan Smith will end up playing back over at third base now. So just a switch for the pitcher and third baseman. No other defensive changes for the Knights. So Booth comes set. Here's the 1-2 offering. Down low. Now 2-2 the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Base is empty here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Booth comes set, his 2-2. Called a strike on the curveball, and there's 1 gone.
Nasty curve that time, just kind of dropped in there. And tough one to swing at especially if you're a left-handed batter. So nice pitch by Cooper Booth.
That'll bring up Danny Hostetler, 0 for 1. He's reached on an error and walked, scored 2 runs today. You'd like to batting near 500 on the season. So first pitch to him is a curveball in there for strike 1, 0-1. In fact, I had him at a perfect 500 coming in, 30 for 60 on the year. The 0-1 swung on, slowly chopped back to the pitcher Booth. He'll take it over to first and toss it to Camacho. And now there's 2 gone.
Kind of sawed him off there on the inside corner off the handle, and Booth made the play, and he will retire the first 2 Highland batters in this 4th inning.
Keith Hirschberger also 0 for 1 with 2 runs scored. He's reached on a walk and an error. Lefty-righty matchup now as Booth will rock and fire. First pitch to him is swung on, hit towards second. Gobbling it up is Williams, throws to first. It's awfully close, and they got him by a step. And that will retire the side on a close play at the bag at first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. We move to the top of the 5th inning. 9-0 Hawks here on WKLM.
Time is ticking and your dream home is waiting. This is Ben Hirschberger at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We understand that buying a home can be overwhelming, but with CSB, it's easier than ever. We offer a range of options. Whether you're looking to buy, build, refinance, or improve your home, our mortgage lenders will guide you every step of the way. Visit our website at csb1.com to apply online today and turn your dream into a reality. The Commercial and Savings Bank, where homeownership begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Emily Sheely of Berga Insurance. Farm ownership is a huge investment. Protect your investment with the right insurance policy. I proudly represent Buckeye Insurance Group, a company that has been insuring farms since 1879. Together we can make sure you have coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and Berga Insurance working together to protect you.
Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Home Sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit ClarkFowlerElectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
Wilson Tenney leads things off here in the top of the 5th. He took the first pitch low and away for ball 1 as Monagold kicks and fires. That one's fouled off. Now 1-1 the count. It's Tenney 0 for 1 today. A strikeout swinging back in the 3rd inning. Jake Seidel and Matt Croy with you again here. A 9-0 lead for the Hawks through 4 innings rather. It's Monagold gets one he likes. Here's the 1-1. Down low, now 2 balls and a strike. Well, it's time to be thinking about those concrete projects. Holmes Ready Mix of Millersburg offers ready mix concrete, precast blocks, and a variety of mason and concrete products. More after the 2-1 pitch. Down low, now 3-1. Call for prices and delivery options of ready mix concrete at 674-0865 and sand and gravel at 674-8121. So a 3-1 pitch. Grady Monagold rocks and fires on the corner for strike 2. So the count runs full here for Tenney. Monagold gets the signs from host Stetler. Now comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4. He walked him. And that's the first leadoff man the Knights have gotten aboard since Brock Gallion singled to start the ball game.
Third walk through in the game by Monagold. He's had solid command here tonight, but as you mentioned, leadoff guy aboard for West Holmes, and knowing that they're down 9-0 right now, 5th inning, they need to make some kind of headway here in this 5th.
Nate Sprague walked his first time up, was stranded on second base. He bats left-handed, righty-lefty matchup here. As Monagold comes set. Here's the first pitch to him, outside for ball 1-1-0. Well, the the Kilbuck Savings Bank is proud to support local youth and hopes that you all knock it out of the park as they celebrate 125 years of serving our community. As here comes the 1-0. Swung on, fouled back, now 1-1. You know, I've read that so many times this year. You'd think I'd be able to get it down my memory without fumbling over my words.
Yeah, bark. Pretty much the same thing.
I think we did have one dog here, so we can technically classify this as bark at the park tonight.
There we go.
Monagold checks on the runner at first. Now comes set. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed on a curveball. Now 1-2. He had Sprang way out ahead of it.
Yeah, took something off of that curveball, so a very nice pitch to get ahead of the count.
So 1-2 the count. Monagold gets the signs. Now comes set. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, fouled back, and we'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner on first. Knights trailing the Hawks 9-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Under the lights here at Lehman Field as Monagold comes set. The 1-2 swung on and fouled off, and he hit the standard that time, not just the netting on the back.
He did. We talk about playing under the lights, and more and more schools are getting the turf fields, but there's a lot of schools that still don't have lights. But you think here in this county, Holmes County, you got West Holmes that has lights, as does Highland, and they had that opportunity to get to play under the lights, and just not too many teams get that chance to do that.
It's Monagold set. The 1-2. Runner goes. Pitches outside. The throw to second is offline. And swiping the bag is going to be Tenney. And that'll put a runner in scoring position.
Good job by Tenney. Had a good lead. Timed it up well. Got his second stolen base of the season.
And now a 2-2 count here to Sprang. I think as we see the LED floodlights starting to come down in price, we might see more schools when they redo their fields putting those lights in. As here comes the 2-2 offering. Just a bit low there. Now 3-2 the count. So a full count here to Sprang. He's walked once. He'll climb back in with Brock Gallion waiting on deck. Monagold comes set. Here's the payoff. Outside for ball 4, and back-to-back walks to start the 5th inning. Will bring Brock Gallion to the plate with 2 on and nobody out.
Again, good approach to the plate by both Tenney as well as Nate Sprang. Don't necessarily want to go out there just start hacking away right off the bat. You need base runners. And I think Bill Pittman, he would remind us of that in this situation here. Need base runners here to try and cut into this deficit. Now you get to the top of the order, see what they can do. Give credit to Monagold, though. Although he does get the walks, he's not giving in to batters either. He's still trying to make his pitches and trying to hit those corners.
First pitch to Gallion, curveball in there for strike 1. And his curveball, it can show itself in a few different ways. We've seen it come in way on the hands. That one just cut the plate in half. So here comes the 0-1. That one swung on, ground ball, and it'll get past Hirschberger, who dove for it. He's able to knock it down and hold the runner to a single and keep everyone on the infield, but that'll be an infield single for Brock Gallion.
Yeah, good job really by Hirschberger to knock that ball down as he dove after it. Did not allow that to get into the outfield. As you mentioned, that'll be an infield single, but everybody's going to be safe. And now bases loaded with no outs for West Holmes. And boy, if there was an opportunity at all to get some runs across the board, it would be now for the Knights.
Logan Zollers 1 for 2. He had a single his last time up. That's nobody out. The bases loaded here. Knights trailing by 9 here in the top of the 5th inning. Grady Monagold will kick and fire. First pitch is low and away for ball 1, 1-0. And this is something we've seen the Knights improve on this season as well. The patience at the plate waiting for their pitch. As Monagold comes set, here's the 1-0. On the outside corner that time, 1-1.
There's always here. You're looking for something you can drive here. Obviously, if you're Monagold and Highland, looking for your defense to make a play.
It's a big gap in left center field for Zollers. See, 1-1. Swung on, sky-high pop. It's going to be near the edge of the infield, so no infield fly rule, but it's caught there at third by Logan Yoder. And there's one gone.
And just what the doctor ordered if you're Highland, obviously not what the one on the West Home side of things on the pop-up, but if you're Highland, you get the first out of the inning and nobody advances.
Morgan Smith now 0 for 2, a strikeout each way. He'll bat right-handed, bases loaded, one down here. Top of the 5th inning. Monagold takes a look in. Now comes set. Here's his first pitch. That one swung on, high chopper, and it is a foul ball down the third base line. We'll do now at 0-1. And if he could have gotten that one to the right by just a couple of feet, the Knights would have their first run of the ball game. Looks like we're going to have someone start warming down in the left field pen for the Hawks.
I believe Andre Yoder going out there.
It's the 0-1. Low and away now, 1-1, missed with the curveball. Andre Yoder's had a few good outings this season for the Hawks. It's a 1-1 count. Monagold comes set, checks on the runner at third. Here's the 1-1. That one swung on and lifted high in the air, deep left field. This ball is off the hitting facility. 1 run will score, 2 runs score, and stopping at third is Brock Gallion on the 2 RBI double from Morgan Smith, his first hit of the game, and it puts the Knights on the board.
Well, for Smith, for a guy that's kind of been up and down with his hitting throughout the spring, I'm sure that felt pretty good to him as he really hammered that one. And again, without that hitting facility out there left, that's over the fence. But he comes through with a 2 RBI double there on the swing. And for West Holmes, finally on the board here in this game in the 5th inning.
Now, I lost that one in the clouds as it was going out there. I thought there was a chance it was getting out over the hitting facility. Now bring up Manny Camacho 0 for 2 today as he'll lift that one high in the air behind the plate. Hostettler will make the catch behind the dish, and there's 2 gone. Well, don't forget our players of the game tonight presented by the Buckeye Deli in the Patio, where great food meets great times from delicious pizza and bar snacks, milkshakes, and cold drinks. They've got it at the Buckeye Deli in the Patio in Nashville. Brings up Jefferson Yoder, 0 for 1, a strikeout, looking into a walk. Righty-righty matchup, 2 down here. Now 9-2 the lead for the Highland Hawks. Grady Monagold comes set, checks on the runner at third in Gallion. Now comes home with it. Outside for ball 1, 1-0. Monagold, great outings today. Got into the 5th inning here, and just a couple walks allowed the inning to kind of get away from him. So 1-0 on the inside corner now, 1-1. But again, this is great practice for the tournament starting next week.
You look what this Highland pitching staff has done again this year. Just you'd say it's incredible, but they seem to do it every single season.
So here comes the 1-1. Inside, and that one almost got Jefferson Yoder in the head, but he's able to drop down and get out of the way.
For this Highland team ERA at .81 on the season. And, Grady Monagold's done a great job pitching throughout this spring, and he'd be a guy that could probably be an ace on a lot of staffs, but obviously Highland has so much pitching here on their team.
So 2-1 bounced in there. Gets away from Hostetler, but down the third base line, so Galleon's got to stay there. But Galleon and Logan Yoder have been doing a little bit of dancing down at third base. Each trying to get in the other's head and maybe get Monagold to make a throw over there. But now a 3-1 count here to Jefferson Yoder. Monagold comes set. A 3-1. Down low, ball 4. He walked him.
So again, as you talk about that patience to the plate for West Holmes, it's paid off. Got that one big hit, certainly from Smith, and the infield single from Brock Galleon, but West Holmes' offense has come through in this fifth inning.
And here comes Chris Degas to the mound. We'll see if this is just a chat or if he's going to make a pitching change here. Get Andre Yoder getting ready out in the left field pen. Might just be waiting to give Yoder a few more pitches here. Looks like he's going to stick with Monagold for now. So bases loaded, 2 gone now for Cooper Booth. A strikeout looking and a fly out to center. It's Monagold sitting at 91 pitches right now.
And 2 outs in the inning, so this is really critical at bat here with Booth coming to the plate because bases loaded. West Holmes a chance to climb back in this ball game. Obviously, if Monagold can get this out, you can keep it at a 7-1 lead if you're Highland.
Righty-lefty matchup here, 2 gone. The bases loaded. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Monagold comes set, and here's the pitch. Right down Broadway, strike 1. I think Booth wasn't going to be taking the bat off the shoulder on that one at all. As Monagold sets, checks third again. The 0-1 outside, now 1-1 the count.
Booth had a nice swing in his last at-bat, hit a long fly out to left field.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. Monagold checks on that runner at third. Galleon does a little dancing on the line. Now here comes the 1-1 down low. Now 2 balls and a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 gone. Knights everywhere here in the top of the 5th inning. 9-2 the lead for the Hawks. Monagold comes set, the 2-1 bounced in there. Good backhanded pick there by Hostetler to keep it from going to the backstop.
It kind of spiked at that time, as you talked about. Hostetler did a good job kind of scooping that ball up. Especially when you have a guy at third base, you got to do whatever you can as a catcher. Make sure that ball doesn't get behind you and to that backstop.
There aren't a whole lot of catchers that do a better job behind the plate in the state of Ohio than Danny Hostetler. As Monagold comes set, the 3-1. That one swung on, lifted high in the air, left field. Beachy near the line will reach up and make the catch, and that will retire the side. But the Knights send 8 to the plate and score 2 runs, and it's now a 9-2 lead for Highland here on WKLM.
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit WayneDoor.com for a free quote today.
You ready to take the next step toward an exciting future? Buckeye Career Center is still accepting high school applications for next school year. Let us help you discover your passion and prepare for your future.
My name is Andrea Lab, and I'm a double lab student in graphic arts and floral design. Buckeye has given me many hands-on career-related experiences. Without Buckeye, I would not have had the opportunity to obtain an internship in web design.
Spots are filling up fast, so don't wait. Whether you're interested in technology, healthcare, or skilled trades, Buckeye Career Center has a program for you. Apply now at buckeyecareercenter.org.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Rheem Pro partner, and you know you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Rheem and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
We move to the bottom of the fifth inning, 9-2 the lead for the Highland Hawks. Cooper Booth will come out for his second inning of relief work, as it'll be the bottom third of the order due up for the Highland Hawks in Luke Hirschberger, Cade Beachy, and Caden Candle. Hirschberger today, 1 for 2, an RBI double, and a strikeout swinging. Seal bat left-handed, lefty-lefty matchup here.
Highland, of course, has the game tomorrow, so they're going to play at Thurman Munson Stadium. That'll be their final regular season game. And they'll take on Kinston tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So I know their group's certainly looking forward to that game and playing over that field tomorrow.
The first pitch is curveball, comes in for strike number 1 to Hirschberger. And it's really such a great story of what's gone on over at Thurman Munson. The city of Canton's put a lot of money into that facility. It's the home of the Canton McKinley Bulldogs as the 0-1 down low. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Also putting a lot of money into the softball program, building a new turf softball field right off of, 42 there across the highway from Malone.
Yeah.
It's the 1-1. Up high, now 2 balls and a strike. Of course, Thurman Munson this year going to be splitting the state semifinal load with Canal Park and Akron.
Definitely a good field to do it.
So 2 balls and a strike. As Booth takes a look in, now kicks and fires. That one swung on, grounded towards second. Williams up with it, low throw, but dug out by Camacho. And there's 1 gone. So 4-3 goes to the putout. That'll bring up Cade Beachy, who's had himself a game today. 2 for 2 with an RBI single and a 2 RBI single. He's also scored 2 runs. Lefty-righty matchup as the first pitch to him is swung on, banged to third into the glove of Smith. Throws across the diamond in time, and there's 2 gone. Well, Keim Home Center is your home building and woodworking destination, along with lumber, building materials, and quality millwork. Visit them on the web at keimhome.com. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Caden Candle, 0 for 2 today. A ground out to first, and he reached on an error his last time up. Lefty-lefty matchup, 2 gone. The base is empty. The first pitch to him is low and away for ball 1, 1-0. So a 1-0 count as Booth takes a look in. Now kicks and fires. That one's called a strike on the outside corner of the knees. Good off-speed pitch there. So 1 ball, 1 strike. As Booth kicks and fires. Swung on, fouled off. We'll do it again at 1-2. Again, this game being video live streamed on the WKLM YouTube channel. Thanks to all our partners at Claxon Communications. And maybe the next thing we can do for baseball, we'll have to talk to Casey. Can we get a K-Zone box like they have on TV on the stream? It's a 1-2. That one swung on, lifted in the air left field. Tenney's on his horse. He gets over there and makes the head-high catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. We move to the top of the 6th inning. It's a 9-2 lead for the Highland Hawks here on WKLM.
The secret's out. Thread and Ink in Holmesville is open to take care of your custom apparel, embroidery, and screen printing needs. They offer a storefront with apparel for West Holmes, Highland, and surrounding schools. Whether it's school spirit wear, professional business attire, accessories, or unique custom designs, they deliver excellence in every product. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 till 5. Thread and Ink is located at 8210 County Road 245 in Holmesville. Or call Justine at 330-279-9222. That's Thread and Ink, custom embroidery and screen printing in Holmesville.
Looking to upgrade the exterior of your home? Siding is indeed the best bang for your dollar. Hi, I'm Nevin Mast with Home Siding Contractors. We have the best siding on the market today, and the low maintenance aspect of our siding is what our customers enjoy the most. Provia Siding fits that bill exactly. No frequent painting or staining with wood siding. No routine sealing like stucco. Provia Siding lasts. Check out all we have to offer at our new and improved showroom east of Millersburg, and let our experienced sales team show you how affordable our products can be.
Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of 2 great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Advantage for the Highland Hawks. McRoy alongside Jake Seidel for tonight's broadcast, and glad to have you with us on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. Brogan Stimel's back at the studio. Of course, we're also video live streaming today's contest on the WKLM YouTube page, courtesy of the Claxon communication team of Aidan Garabrandt, producing tonight's live stream coverage. Sheldon Stotts helping them out with that, and also bringing you working the cameras is Abby Jones here for tonight. Go to YouTube, search WKLM Radio to find the live stream coverage for tonight's contest. New pitcher on the mound for the Highland Hawks, that being Andre Yoder, the junior right-hander, will take over for Grady Monagle. He's thrown 9 in the third innings on the season, a 1-0 record, allowing 4 runs, 3 earned, 7 hits allowed. He struck out 16 and walking 13. He's hit a batter, a 2.25 ERA. At the plate for West Holmes will be the 7, 8, and 9 batters. Chris Williams to lead things off, followed by Colston Tenney and Nate Sprang. 9-2 Hawks, top of the 6th inning. The wind in the pitch by Andre Yoder. Fastball high, it's going to be ball 1.
Yeah, Monagle, a great outing today. Goes 5 innings, giving up 2 runs, both earned on 4 hits while striking out 6 and walking 5. And really just that last inning, the Knights were able to see the ball a little bit better, get on base, and get 2 runs in.
Williams 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs to third so far today. Yoder not able to get on quite the same page with Danny Hostether. Of course, it's always the hazard of changing pitchers. Make sure you're going to get on the same page. They'll have a little quick meeting and discussion with one another. And for West Holmes, they'll come out of this. They'll be playing on Tuesday in their first tournament game. And that's going to be at number 3 seed Indian Valley. That should be a good one coming up on Tuesday.
I think that's going to be a fantastic game. I mean, it takes a lot of courage to go up against that team right off the bat, especially when you could have gone somewhere else. But I think it just shows how much Coach Miller believes in this squad and what they can accomplish.
No question. A chance that if you can get that win, you'll be getting a home tournament game in that next tournament game after that if they can win on Tuesday. Discussion is over. Andre Yoder stares in. And now he's ready. And the pitch. Fastball on the inside corner for a strike. 1-1 count to Chris Williams. West Holmes with the 2 runs. They got that last inning on 2 hits. They do have 4 hits in all. And they left 7 runners on base through 5. Monagle to throw 96 pitches through 5 before giving way now to Andre Yoder. Yoder takes his time in between pitches. Here's the wind, the 1-1. Fastball on the outside corner. That's a cold strike. And it goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Chris Williams.
Very methodical set on the pitcher's mound for Yoder. I think this is the first time I've seen him this year. He stands straight on and then turns before he delivers the pitch.
So on the line on the first base side, it's foul. And the count will remain at 1-2. And I think kind of early in the spring we had a little trouble with that command getting in the strike zone, but he's done a lot better with that. We've seen him in the summer and know that he's a very good pitcher.
I think he almost took Knights head basketball coach Ben Belden out with that foul ball. I saw him running for cover on the other side of the dugout.
We knew Ben could still move over there.
So it looks like they're checking on Hosteller, getting something with his equipment done.
Reminder also for us, we'll have more tournament action coming away. It's going to be Monday, in fact. We'll be bringing you tournament baseball, Division 6, Garaway playing host to Shenandoah. So that'll be at Garaway. Live streaming that game every time about 4:30. Then we'll have, of course, 3 games on Tuesday. We'll have that, as we mentioned, the West Holmes Indian Valley game. That'll be on YouTube. The West Holmes at Meadowbrook softball tournament game also will be on YouTube. And also the Bel Air and Garaway tournament softball game also coming away on Tuesday. All 3 games will be on YouTube on Tuesday. And then Highland will have their first tournament baseball game on Wednesday. Of course, we'll be live streaming that as well. So plenty of action coming up this next week.
We got a lot of great area teams this year in the both the baseball and the softball tournament. You look at Waynedale, too. They're trying to make their way back to Akron. And Triway ranked in the top 10 in their division, too.
Yeah, they both had outstanding seasons. Here is the pitch as we resume action. Going to be outside for a ball. 2-2 count to Chris Williams. Lights are on at Lehman Field. The battle of Holmes County right now. Highland with the upper hand. They're up 9-2 in the top of the 6th inning. They won the last 2 matchups between these two. Go back to 2022, and West Holmes defeated Highland twice that year. They actually played a doubleheader that year. And a timeout. We're still trying to get through this first batter.
And I'm starting to wish those one timeout per at bat starting to trickle down into high school. That'd be
right. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Blew it by him on the fastball. Good job of pitching by Andre Yoder. Now 1 up and 1 down for West Holmes in the 6th inning. Colston Tenney now at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Also a walk and a run scored so far. So 1 out, nobody aboard for the Knights in the top of the 6th inning. Line of the pitch. Going to be down low inside. Going to be ball 1, 1-0 count.
It really did turn out to be another beautiful night for baseball. You know, we didn't know if we were going to get any of these with all the rain we had. Really right in the middle of the season. It wasn't at the beginning this year.
That pitch could be high and inside for a ball. This is a kind of an example where you just can't trust the forecast from day to day, because this is a week we weren't sure if you're going to get a whole lot of baseball games at all, but we ended up getting about everything in because every day that forecast seems to change. 2-0 count to Colston Tenney. The line, the pitch. Swing and a miss. I'm not sure if you got a piece of that, but strike 1 either way. 2-1 count now to Tenney.
It is, sometimes I miss when my original plan was to go be a meteorologist, and I might could have gotten paid to be wrong.
Yes,
I have a lot of opinions that people say are wrong, but I could have gotten paid for them if I became a meteorologist.
A lot of leeway there, it seems. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for a cold strike. 2-2 count, but again, that's why see more teams get in the turf like Highland. Not foolproof, but it certainly allows you to get a lot more in.
As long as there's not hail coming down in the middle of the game.
As we saw, I think it was that last week, man.
You and John did that game, and then the week before, me and John did the Tusky Valley game here that we had lightning in the 5th inning?
Yeah. Yoder the long stare. Now he's ready. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Going to be a cold strike 3 on the inside corner. Staring him down and getting strikeouts. 2 up and 2 down, 2 Ks in the 6th inning. Nate Sprang at the plate. He's walked twice and has scored a run. And that hail, it looked really cool coming down. I was glad I wasn't out in it.
I heard some people in the dugouts had to scramble, that were outside the dugouts had to scramble for cover.
Yes, they did. Casey Claxon being one of them, I do believe.
Well, he doesn't have much to protect him from that hitting his head.
Yeah, pitch going to be down low and away for a ball. In the 1-0 count. I think Andrew Dunlap pointed that out, in fact, that night. 1-0 count to Nate Spring. 2 down, nobody aboard.
Well, Andre Yoder is going to be a big part of this Hawks bullpen going through the tournament. Again, just such a deep pitching staff for Highland again this year. And I think we say it every year. The top 3 pitchers for the Hawks should be aces on pretty much any high school staff in the state. But they have the luxury of having all of them in one building.
Here's the wind of the pitch. High for a ball, 2-0 count. And the beauty of that, if you're Highland, is the fact that, you might have a couple of really good seniors that are pitchers like other teams do. And you think, well, most teams are like, well, what are you going to do the next year? Well, Highland has guys all ready to go for that following season. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Going to be on the inside corner for a strike. Nice fastball that time for Andre Yoder. 2-1 count to Nate Spring. Yoder rocks and fires the pitch. So going to be a line shot to the screen behind him. Goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on the foul ball.
I think that one made our camera operator, Abby, jump a little bit. Don't worry, there's a nice big net in front of us, Abby. You don't have to worry about one hitting you.
Yoder now the pitch. Going to be just a bit low for a ball. Good pitch by Yoder. Good layoff by Nate Spring. Full count.
And again, that's just a hard pitch to lay off right at the knees. Every umpire sees that one a little bit different. Do they call it at the top of the knees? Do they call it at the bottom? Do they call it where your knees would be if you weren't bending down? That's a tough one to lay off.
Here's the payoff. Going to be a called strike 3 on the inside corner. Back to the fastball, and he got it as Yoder ends up striking out the side in inning number 6. 1, 2, 3 it goes, and through 5.5. Highland 9, West Holmes 2. This is the Battle of Holmes County on WKLM.
Premier Pharmacy has more ways to serve you. I'm Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and I'm happy to announce that our newest location in Sugar Creek is open and accepting new patients. Our location in downtown Sugar Creek accepts most major insurances and offers the same great service you've come to expect in our Berlin and Millersburg locations, including delivery and vaccination services. Give us a call today at 330-852-5146 and start experiencing the Premier Pharmacy difference. Premier Pharmacy is your local, hometown, independent pharmacy.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, 2 reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
Taking on a large exterior home project is no small task. When you're looking for the best options in roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Provia products are the clear choice. At Provia, quality is engineered into the product, integrity is never compromised, and local craftsmanship delivers a stunning final result that will last for generations. Our experts at Keim Home Center are here to help you explore the possibilities. Visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
The top of the order, Mike Miller is followed by Logan Yoder and Colin Koblenz. Miller 1 for 3 at the plate with 2 RBIs and the 2 RBI single back in the second inning. He's also flown out to left and he's struck out 1 time. Cooper Booth, the left-hander, he's on the mound once again. Here's the pitch by the junior. So want to be a chopper down the first base side. It's going to stay there. Glove by Camacho. Could be trouble, though. But the first going to be in time for the out. How about that? Chris Williams had covered first base. That was heads up because normally that's the pitcher there, but Booth couldn't get there in time. Williams, the second baseman, got there instead, and a little shovel throw by Camacho from the turf, and somehow they got him in time for the out.
That was
just the way it was designed, right?
Just the way it was designed, exactly. Just how you draw it up.
One away. Here's Logan Yoder.
Looks like we've got a bat flying around in center field.
That's a problem. Here's the pitch.
You don't
High
see
for
that.
a ball.
You don't see that very often.
Yeah. You don't really want to have those kind of obstacles out there. 1-0 count, Logan Yoder. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts and a walk today. The pitch. Going to be just a bit high for a ball, a 2-0 count. Remember, if you get into a collision, make your first call to Finish Line Auto Body, where they have experts in collision repair, and they'll even help with up to $500 of your insurance deductible. Here's the 2-0. Outside for a ball, 3-0 count. Give Brooks a call, 674-1483. Morgan Smith with the first 3 innings on the mound for West Holmes, allowed 9 runs, 3 earned, 6 hits, struck out 5, walked 3. The pitch. Going to be on the outside corner for a strike. 3-1 the count. Did that on 76 pitches. And Booth's come in these last 2 innings of relief. Here's the 3-1. That's high for a ball. That'll walk him. So first walk thrown by Cooper Booth. First base runner allowed by him, in fact, since coming in relief. And now runner on, 1 out. Here is Colin Koblenz, who's 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. He's grounded out the short 1 time and a strikeout 1 time. 1 on and 1 out for Highland. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Hawks have a 9-2 advantage. And the pitch. That'll be in there for a strike. 0-1 out of Colin Koblenz. Lefty against lefty matchup here. Camacho covers the bag at first. Booth the pitch. Swanby grounder towards second. Williams gloves it. Over to second for the force. And no throw made to first base, but they'll get the lead runner forced down. No, they're going to say he pulled his foot. Wow. It looked like it was there in time. They got it. And covering short, of course, was second base, I should say, the shortstop, Brock Gallion. And apparently saying he did not step on the second base bag. And now Wyatt Miller obviously going out there to get an explanation.
And we'll see if he comes and talks to his partner, but looks pretty sure that that his foot came off the bag.
Either way, it goes a 4-6 fielder's choice, but So the Knights do not get the benefit of that call, so everybody's going to be safe. And now first and second with 1 out. And at the plate going to be Grady Monagold. You need every out you can get when you got guys like Koblenz and Monagold coming to the plate. And now Grady, who was 1 for 3 with that RBI double he got and scored run back in that 3rd inning. You'll stand in. Does have 30 RBIs on the season, does Monagold. Actually, 31 now on the season. Here's the pitch. Swanby fouled straight back just behind it on the swing. 0-1 the count. Struck out looking in this last at bat. Just have a ground out the first today as well.
Again, he's just been on fire from the plate all season long. And it's not even just the home runs. He's picked up big singles at crucial times. He's Mr. Clutch for this Hawks team.
Here's the pitch. On the inside corner for a strike. 0-2 count now to Monagold. Highland 20-1 on the season. Top-ranked team in the state, certainly in Division 6. Monagold stands back into the batter's box. And Booth will take his foot off the rubber.
And at one point, I think Max Preps had them ranked number 1 overall divisions.
They did. Booth, couple looks, now the pitch. It's going to be a line to right field, a base hit. Over to third base, that's Yoder. Rounding third, he's coming toward home, and he will be in there safely as the ball's cut off by Camacho. But rocket hit to right field by Monagold, an RBI single, his second RBI of the day. And Highland now up 10-2.
And that'll put runners at the corners, one down.
Danny.
And the run that would end the game's on first base now in the form of Monagold.
Colin Koblenz at third base. Grady Monagold's at first. The run that scored was Logan Yoder. There's one out in the inning. Danny Hostetler stands in. Hostetler 0 for 2 with a walk. He scored twice. Got on by an error as well. Has the ground out to the pitcher as well today.
Camacho was trying the hidden ball trick. He never gave the ball back to Booth, but Monagold didn't bite.
Here's the pitch. Swanby fouled back on the curveball. 0-1 count now to Danny Hostetler. Monagold at first, Koblenz at third. Booth will look at first base. And the pitch. Going to be down low. That'll be ball one. 1-1 count to Hostetler.
Some members of the Hawks softball team getting into the stands now, and they must have just gotten back after their win over Mansfield Christian earlier.
Road victory tonight for them. Here's the pitch. Swanby a bouncer toward first. Going to be past Camacho. It rolls in the foul territory, but it'll be a fair ball. Scoring from third base is Koblenz. Behind him, getting the third is Grady Monagold. So RBI single Danny Hostetler. Now 11-2 lead for Highland.
Just a hard hit ball, and I think Camacho
number 10
might have fallen down. He was able to get a glove on it, but it knocked it into foul territory.
And that'll bring Keith Hirschberger to the plate, I do believe. Or will it will be Keith Hirschberger. And tonight's player of the game presented by Buckeye Deli in the Patio, where great food meets great times, from delicious pizza and bar snacks to milkshakes and other beverages. That's Buckeye Deli in Nashville.
Looks like we got a pinch runner coming in at third.
See who that's going to be here momentarily. Garrett Monagold out there. So Garrett Monagold getting the pinch run opportunity.
For Grady.
Here's the pitch. It'll be high and away for a ball. 1-0 count.
Garrett just coming back from an injury.
Yeah.
Hurt his hand in sliding practice earlier this year.
Here's the pitch. Going to be outside for a ball. 2-0 count. 11-2 lead for Highland, and one more run in this inning, they'll do it for the game. And they do have that runner over at third base. They're trying to drive home. Here's the pitch. That's just about outside for a ball. Now a 3-0 count.
Yeah, Yoder tried to frame that one, but I think he might have pulled it in a little too quick, and the umpire noticed.
And Booth the pitch. Going to be a bit low, ball 4, so that'll walk Hirschberger. Keith Hirschberger will take his base, and now bases are loaded. Again, one more run, that'll do it. Here's Luke Hirschberger. He is 1 for 3, had an RBI double and scored a run in the second, a strikeout, and also ground out the second today for him.
Did I just hear John Monagold on the PA say Pedro? Pedro Hirschberger, I guess a nickname for Luke?
Pedro. He's getting it either way.
Of course, John not on with us tonight, so they tapped his talents for the PA.
That's right. Jefferson Yoder, a little discussion with pitcher Cooper Booth. Yeah, he'll get behind the plate.
And really just 2 innings separate this from being a 2-2 ball game for the Knights tonight. They've played really good offensively, got a few key hits.
Here's the pitch. Swanby popped up toward Sheldon left and going toward home, and actually going to get a chance to double off the runner. I think he thought there was 2 outs, and that'll throw over to third base, and then he'll get a double play, and that'll do it for the inning. So a fly out the left, they force out of third base, And that will do it here for the 6th. So, it'll be a run scored here in this 6th inning. Actually, 2 runs scored in the 6th. That makes it now 11-2 Highland. Back after this is high school baseball on WKLM.
Spring into summer with Millersburg Electric's Holiday Mega Sale going on now through June 4th. Savings throughout the store, including the top-rated line of Speed Queen laundry products. Plus, get kitchen package savings of over $2,000 from GE Cafe, or rebates up to $3,000 from KitchenAid. Building or remodeling? Package discounts are available, and Millersburg Electric will keep your appliance package in stock until you are ready for delivery. Get 12 months interest-free financing with approved credit during the Spring into Summer event at Millersburg Electric on State Route 83 or 24/7 at millersburgelectric.com, celebrating 80 years of business.
Other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Fikert Sand and Gravel Incorporated has been serving the central Ohio areas of Wayne and Holmes counties since 1935. They're a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
For the 7th inning and do or die time for West Holmes. Obviously, Highland a chance to close this game out, up 11-2. And for West Holmes will be the top of the order. Brock Gallion followed by Logan Zollers and Morgan Smith coming to the plate. Gallion is 2 for 3, a couple of singles. He also has a fly out the center field. Andre Gooder remains on the mound for the Hawks. Gooder steers in. Gallion is ready. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fastball high for a ball. 1-0 count now to Brock Gallion. And for West Holmes, of course, the pair of runs they scored in the 5th. That's been it for the offense today. They do have 4 hits in all. Here's the wind and the 1-0 offering. Swing and a miss on the hard cut by Gallion. 1 ball in 1 strike. And they've left 7 runners on base. Of course, Grady Monagold with the first 5 innings on the mound for Highland. And Andre Gooder has been in there for the last couple as he rocks and fires the pitch. Down low for a ball. Now a 2-1 count now to Brock Gallion. Gooder. Here's the wind of the pitch. On the inside corner for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gallion. McCoy alongside Jake Seidel for the broadcast for this evening. And Yoder now the wind and the pitch. High on the fastball. That'll be ball 3. And nobody scored in the first in this one. 4 runs scored by Highland in the second. And then he scored 5 runs in the fourth. Or should say in the third, rather. And that broke the game open as he had a 9-0 lead through 3 innings. Did the Hawks at that point. And then West Holmes scored the 2 runs in the 5th. Made it 9-2 the pitch. Down low, that'll walk him on the pitch that hits the turf there. Highland added 2 runs, though, that last inning, up 11-2 right now. But a leadoff walk for Gallion as he'll reach base for a 3rd time today.
He's really just had a great game at the dish. 2 singles, and he's just been patient, not swinging at anything that he doesn't think he can hit.
And now Logan Zollers at the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a single, a strikeout, and also a pop out the 3rd. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer down the first base side. It bounces foul. Zollers behind on the swing there. Now a 0-1 count. Again, West Holmes will wrap up the regular season with this game. Then Highland will play tomorrow at Thurman Munson against Kinston. And then the 2 teams will get ready for tournament action next week, as we will. as far as baseball is concerned. Of course, we got the chance to see the West Holmes softball team win their game this past week in tournament action. They'll be at Meadowbrook Tuesday. The pitch. Going to be a fastball in the outside corner for a strike. 0-2 count now to Zollers.
I said real methodical in his setup is Andre Yoder, not the complete opposite of what Montegold was.
The pitch. High for ball through to first base. And he'll be out at first base to the throw by Danny Hostetler. Really, you don't want to get off too far in this situation. You're down by 9 runs, but I think most catchers, you might be able to afford to do that, but not with Danny Hostetler. And he guns out Gallion over first base, and he's done that a lot this year.
He just threw a bullet down to Hirschberger. Hirschberger reached behind, was able to get Gallion on the hand as he was reaching back to the bag. So that is textbook right there on a putout.
All of a sudden, bases are clear, and that's a pitcher's friend on a play like that. That's for sure. The pitch. So we're going to be fouled away, and the count will stay at 1-2. So now 1 out, nobody aboard on that pickoff throw by catcher Danny Hostetler. And West Holmes down to their final 2 outs in the top of the 7th.
So we've crossed 2 hours of this ball game now.
Yoder. Now the line of the pitch. Fastball called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Looking sharp here as he paints that outside corner with the fastball. And there's now 2 down. That is the 4th strikeout thrown by Andre Yoder in relief here.
Number 12.
So he struck out now 4 of the 5 batters he has faced. And now West Holmes down to their final out. Here's Morgan Smith. 1 for 3 with the 2 RBI double he got in his last at bat. He's also struck out a couple of times today. The Y in the pitch. So on the ground toward third will be scooped up by Yoder. Throws to first base in time for out number 3, and that'll do it for the inning and the ball game. So Highland wins it by the final score of 11-2 in this one. And tonight's play of the game being brought to you by Kaufman Realty and Auctions, your complete real estate and auction service. Visit their website at kaufmanrealty.com or call 1-888-852-4111. And you look at this game, it was a scoreless game in that first inning. And going into the second here, after an error and then a walk, it was Luke Hirschberger who had the RBI double, then followed by an RBI single by Cade Beachy, and that's kind of a key sequence in the game here. Those 2 hits, he had the 2 RBI single, also the same inning by Mike Miller. So those 3 guys after the error, the walk, then the 3 hits by Luke Hirschberger, Cade Beachy, and Mike Miller really kind of got the offense going for Highland.
And that's all they needed. They got those ones going in that inning, and they didn't look back, but that just shows again how dangerous this Hawks lineup can be.
Again, the play of the game being brought to you by Kaufman Realty and Auctions. So Highland wins at 11-2 over West Holmes. We'll be back around with the post-game show next. Discuss some more on WKLM.
At Millersburg Tire Service, we've been serving and supporting the farming community since 1953. We have over 200 years of combined ag experience to get you the right tires at the right price. Our inventory includes over 1,500 large farm tires and most tires for your implement and commercial needs. With rising prices and market uncertainty, you have the opportunity to take advantage of some of the best deals of the year right now. You can get up to $300 off select Firestone radials until May 31st. Come see us on State Route 39 east of Millersburg or give us a call at 674-1085.
When you're thinking of an old-fashioned smokehouse flavor, think Sugar Valley Meats. They cure their own ham and bacon, and the old-fashioned smokehouse uses hickory, apple, and sassafras. Processing, curing, and custom butchering are available, cut to your specifications. Stop in and see all the products that they offer. That's Sugar Valley Meats on Dutch Valley Drive in Sugar Creek. Turn left at the light, and Sugar Valley Meats is 1/4 mile on the right. Call today, 330-852-4423.
Critchfield Law Firm has always been dedicated to providing the highest quality legal services to their clients throughout Holmes County and surrounding areas. Critchfield Law Firm also understands the dedication of our youth. From the classroom to the music room to athletics, Holmes County's best is represented in every academic area. Critchfield Law Firm in Millersburg, wishing all who participate the best in their endeavors.
At Mac Oilfield Service, they offer specialized trucking, water hauling, dirt work, and general oil field service in New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio. They have the equipment and manpower to tackle any task handed to them. The future lies in the hands of our youth, and Mac Oilfield Service is proud to support them. Call Mac Oilfield Service for all your oil field needs at 330-674-7371. That's 330-674-7371.
Get luxury for every home with Montana Forge Hardware and MRV Siding Supply. Montana Forge provides custom luxury for every home and is one of the most affordable luxury brands in the industry, with solid forged brass designer hardware manufactured to the highest standards. Don't forget about beautiful Montana Forge bath hardware available in all Montana Forge finishes. That's MRV Siding Supply in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
MEB Systems, the area's flat roof specialist. MEB Systems also offers retrofit solutions for low-slope metal roofs. MEB Systems counts it as a privilege to serve our community and beyond with the highest level of customer service and top-notch workmanship. Let them not only learn your business, but also your trust. When it comes to your roof, trust your local experts who believe if it's a job worth doing, it's worth doing right. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333, or visit them online at mbsystems.com. MBB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year. Brought to you by Pomerene Hospital. Highland gets the win by the final score of 11-2 over West Holmes this evening. As nobody scored in the first inning, Highland will come back in the bottom of the fourth, however. As we were talking earlier, with one out, there would be an error followed by a walk in the inning. Then Luke Hirschberger had an RBI double. That was followed by an RBI single in the inning by Cade Beachy. And then with the 2 outs, it was a 2 RBI single by Mike Miller, and Highland led 4-0 through 2 innings. Then, in the third inning, 5 more runs on 3 more hits. And so it was a leadoff double by Colin Koblis, followed by an RBI double by Grady Monagold. So back-to-back doubles to lead off the inning for the Hawks. Then the walk to Danny Hostother. Keith Hirschberger got on by an error. Then after a strikeout, Cade Beachy came through again with a RBI single. So RBI singles in each of the second and third innings for Cade Beachy. And Highland would attack on again those 5 runs in that inning. And they led 9-0 through 3. Nobody scored in the fourth. West Holmes would cut into that deficit a little bit in the 5th inning. Back-to-back walks to start off the inning to Colston Tenney and Nate Sprang. A single to Brock Gallion. They had bases loaded, nobody out. Then after a pop-out, it would be Morgan Smith who came through with the 2 RBI double, his 7th and 8th RBIs of the season for Morgan Smith. You mentioned he got that double as well. Smith coming through with his 3rd double of the season, and that made it a 9-2 ball game. And then Highland came right back. They would score 2 more runs with the Hawks in the bottom half of the 6th inning. As for Highland, after a ground out to start off the inning, there would be a walk to Logan Yoder. Colin Kublis got on a 4-6 fielder's choice. And then Grady Monagold came through with the RBI single, his 2nd RBI of the day, his 2nd hit of the day as well. Monagold up to now 32 RBIs on the season for him. Then an RBI single by Danny Hostother as well, his 21st RBI of the season, and that gave Highland an 11-2 lead, and they close it out in the top of the 7th. Now Highland gets the 11-2 victory over West Holmes tonight in the Battle of Holmes County under the lights here at Lehman Field. We'll take a break, come back with the final numbers after this from Pomerene Hospital. At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health. 11-2 over West Holmes, and for Highland, they had 11 runs on 8 hits, no errors, 5 left on base. As for the Hawks offensively, I mentioned Cade Beachy going 2 for 3 at the plate, 2 RBIs as well. His 8th and 9th RBIs of the season. He also scored 2 times for the Hawks. Also, Grady Monagle had the 2 hits, 2 for 4 with a double. He had 2 RBIs, and also he would score a run. Mike Miller going 1 for 4 at the plate with 2 RBIs, and the 2 RBI single in that second inning for him. Colin Koblenz would go 1 for 4 at the plate. He had a double and also had a run scored for the Highland offense. Danny Hostether would finish up going 1 for 3 at the plate with an RBI. Also, Waukee would score 2 runs with Hostether on the evening. And Luke Hirschberger 1 for 4 with a double, an RBI as well for the night. As for West Holmes, they had 2 runs on 4 hits and 3 errors, 7 left on base. Brock Gallion, the leadoff batter, he led the way offensively, had a pair of hits and also walked 1 time, so reached base 3 times tonight, did Brock Gallion. Also for West Holmes, Logan Zollers would go 1 for 4 at the plate for him. Morgan Smith would go 1 for 4 with the double and 2 RBIs, and that 2 RBI double he got in the 5th inning tonight for the Knights offense. On the mound for Highland getting the win, that's Grady Monagle, the junior right-hander, went 5 innings. He allowed 2 runs, both earned, 4 hits allowed. He struck out 6 and walked 5, improved this record to 4-0 on the mound for the season. While Andre Yoder, the junior right-hander, he finished up the game in relief. The final 2 innings allowed no runs, no hits, struck out 4, and he walked 1. Getting the loss for the Knights, that would be senior right-hander Morgan Smith. He went the first 3 innings, allowed 9 runs, just 3 earned. 6 hits allowed. He struck out 5, then walked 3. He dropped his record to 2-3 on the mound for the season. While Cooper Booth, the junior left-hander, he went the final 3 of relief, and he allowed 2 runs, none earned, 1 hit allowed. He struck out 1, and he also would walk a batter as well for the contest. Highland gets the win, 11-2 over West Holmes tonight. Back with the players of the game to wrap it up right after this from Pomerene Hospital. At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health. It is the final. Highland wins 11-2 over West Holmes. They've won the last 3 matchups over West Holmes in this Battle of Holmes County. And the Hawks get it done here tonight. And Jake Saito alongside for the broadcast here. And just an example, you've seen Highland do it so many times here. You make a couple of mistakes here, and Highland's going to take advantage of it. We saw that early on, really in those 2nd and 3rd innings where they came up with 9 runs.
And that's been the Hawks' MO this season. Even if it's later in the game, sometimes they'll start off slow, but then they'll start picking up steam and the bats will start going. And that was kind of what happened tonight. You look at the 3rd inning, they sent 10 to the plate in that inning and able to score 5 more runs to help boost this lead. And it was just typical Highland Hawks baseball. It's not just one guy. There are 9 guys in that lineup, and all of them can make a difference at any given time.
And pitching-wise, Grady Monagle doing the job tonight. And Andre Yoder, a great job in relief those final 2 innings.
And both of them are going to be key pieces in the tournament. You know, you might not see Grady start as many games in the tournament. He might come out of the bullpen some, but you never really know what's going to happen once you get into tournament play. But I think both of them are kind of cementing their roles with the Hawks and seeing what they can do to make sure they get the Hawks team back to Canal Park in Akron.
And for West Holmes, Morgan Smith, Cooper Booth ended up doing the pitching tonight and really did a solid job overall. Again, both feeling mistakes here and there. Highland's able to take advantage of that, as we talked about. But a good test for those guys, knowing that tournaments are right around the corner.
Yeah, really just one bad inning for Morgan Smith was the difference between this being maybe a 5-run game to being a 9-run game. But that's something he can learn on, and I think the experience of playing a team like Highland, it showed where the cracks are. Now the Knights have some time to shore up those cracks before they go take on Indian Valley. They know what they got to work on. I don't think pitching is one of those cracks. I think between Manny Camacho as the number one on this team, and then you've got Smith and Booth that can both start a game, and you've got some other guys in the pen that can come in a pinch. I think pitching-wise, the Knights are in a very good spot right now.
Taking a look at our Buckeye Deli players of the contest. For Highland, Cade Beachy coming through with the pair of hits and also 2 RBIs tonight. Had the RBI single in the second as well as the third and scored both of those innings. And Cade Beachy did a good job both in the outfield as well as providing that production in that 8th slot in the order.
And that's something the Hawks have been wanting to get from Beachy. He started off slow again this year, but you need his defense out on the field for Highland. He came in 196 on the season and gets 2 RBI hits today. That's huge, especially for the guy in your number 8 hole, and that's something the Hawks are going to need. You're down in Division 6 now, but that doesn't mean the competition got any lighter. You're still going to see some of the guys, some of these teams you've run into over the last couple of years making your way to Akron.
So Cade Beachy, our Buckeye Deli player of the contest for Highland, and also for West Holmes, Brock Gallion will be our Buckeye Deli player of the game for them as he reached base 3 times, had a couple of hits, and Gallion kind of doing, as you talked about, coming in a little bit of a slow start offensively, but he's kind of really been hitting the ball well lately. We know what he can do with the shortstop position, so really a valuable guy with that speed he has at the top of the lineup.
And it's just Brock Gallion doing Brock Gallion things. I'd love to go look through the last 2 years and see how many times he's been our player of the game, because he's just been that kind of player since he was starting varsity in center field as a freshman.
Thank you for watching high school baseball from your hometown radio station, FM 95.3 WKLM.
Tonight's broadcast has been a production of WKLM Radio and Claxon Communications.